Okay, is it going now? Are we working? Are we live?
Getting there.
Okay. What did I just
There it
grab?
is.
All right. Are we live?
We are live.
All right. Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
It's live at Channel Sundown. It's me, Amanda Stein, your Kedia Curtis.
And me, June Cleavage, your hottie of horror.
All right, guys. So tonight is going to be, I don't know how many people are watching, but you can see that we have our costumes on. We decided to go ahead and dress up. Kind of turn over a little bit, honey. Cross your legs this direction. There you go. That's your good side.
My skirt's shorter on this side.
Well, I can get you a towel or a blanket.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, we decided, since it's the last day of our 80s countdown, that we went ahead and June came up with the greatest idea of dressing up as our favorite tropes in horror. So, you go ahead and talk about your trope.
So obviously, I am the dumb bimbo that dies in the first reel.
You're so excited about that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I am dressed up as the cool best friend who thinks, she's a badass and she thinks she's going to make it, but she does.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
sad trombone.
Yes,
So this week we're gonna do our wrap up of 80s month.
Yeah,
Yes,
sad, but yes.
Awesome. So our 80s month comes to a close with this, our top 10 list
of our must-watch 80s horror films.
most watched films
Must
we
watch.
think you should see, definitely. So,
how are we looking over there? We have our tech guy right now who's monitoring the comments for us.
Hey,
That is
guys.
Colby.
Colby James. I'll just be a disembodied voice for the night, but I'll be managing the comments. So if you see anything comment in this channel, Sundown or whatever, that's me.
Yes, there you go. So we decided, because me and Matt realized that when we tend to do countdowns, we kind of get distracted with comments.
we do.
So,
We definitely
yes,
do.
we do. So how are we looking picture-wise? Are we good? Because we're
Good,
laughing on the computer, so we don't have our camera. We couldn't figure out the camera, so we're using the laptops.
There is a little bit of a lag. That's got to be the webcam as opposed to the internet because we're plugged straight in, but it's smooth. It looks
It's
good.
smooth. All right, good deal. All right, guys. So I guess we'll go ahead and just dive in. I first want to talk about when we think of 80s horror, okay? Like our favorite 80s horror. What is the most, what do you kind of look for? Like, what's your criteria of like a good 80s horror film?
Okay, first it's got to have big hair. You got to have lots and lots of big hair.
Speaking of big hair, Sandra says you guys look great.
Thank you, Sandra.
Oh, before we go on that, I want to say something real quick. Sandra, okay, you got a little upset the other day, and I'm sorry to know that when I have a sense of humor, it's pretty, I kind of make fun of people. The way I talk to you is the same way I talk to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
I tell him all the time.
Do not take offense to anything she says to you
Yeah.
because it's coming from a place of love.
Yeah, exactly.
At least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah, so when I was saying that I was mad at you and stuff, I really wasn't mad at you. And I did not tell you to get off my chat either.
Mm.
Yeah,
we love you, Becky.
yes.
And you are always welcome here.
Yes, so.
Also, guys, sassy Southern gamer Melissa says, hey.
Hey,
Hi,
Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey,
How
Melissa.
are you?
All right, so I guess we got them right now. So go ahead and finish what you like about 80s horror.
Okay, like I said, you got to have big hair. You got to have bright colors. I'm looking for eye candy in any of my movies. Lots of bright colors, gore. The worse the fashion, the better. Like, the more decade of the 80s the fashion is, the better for me. And I want like cheesy, terrible dialogue. Like I want we want to be the Breakfast Club, but we ended up being student bodies. Like, I want bad dialogue. I want Return to Horror High dialogue. Yeah, like, I want it bad. I want it all.
If you guys give me a second, I'm just going to put this on Twitter real quick.
I'm having a ball.
Also, I'm glad to see that you and Sandra are on good terms. She says, it's okay, Becky. I love you too.
Oh,
See,
good.
Yay! See, we love our Becky.
Sassy Southern Melissa also says you guys look great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I promised if I thought I could look that good, guys, I would be on camera. But I'm having a bad hair day, and they both got it going on.
Girl, we got your hair, honey. I brought wigs.
Right?
I brought wigs.
I think I'll pass on the
Trust me, I love to put furry boys in drag. All right.
Sandra says the music and the clothes are silly, and the silly final girls she loves about some 80s horror movies.
Oh yes, absolutely, Final Girl. So, what do you like in horror movies? In your quintessential 80s horror movie?
If you just give me a second, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to post this on here. I forgot to post it. That was my fault. I'm sucking as a host right now. I just forgot to. I posted this and I forgot to put send on Twitter. So that shows how much I had to do before we were going live. So yeah, what do I look in an 80s horror film? Well, I don't really care too much about hair. I'll say that.
It's just something about that big hair. It just, you're in the 80s.
True.
So
it's so much as like I'm trying to. Guys, I'm sorry. How many views do we have right now? You can't see.
We have four viewers.
Yeah.
Serial Mom was a really good movie, but the whole 80s feel says Sassy Southern.
I love that. Was
but
on my
wasn't that a 90s movie?
It was a 90s movie. It was.
It's a 90s
but that was on my.
It does have a good 80s feel to it.
Serial Mom is one of my favorite movies.
It's a very good movie.
Movie.
It is one of my favorite. Are those?
You know what? If I'm not
we're one after Labor Day.
I think someone recently discussed possibly making either like a sequel or prequel or some
they're
sort of
wanting to
extension
turn it into a musical.
Oh,
they're wanting to
it
turn it into a musical, which I'm all for because
it would be fantastic.
John Waters' content has already been proven to be amazing Broadway fodder. So I definitely think that Serial Mom could be an amazing musical.
It really could.
In fact, I should write that. So,
Heyo, right back at you, OCD Horror, by the way.
Hey, OCD Horror. Gosh, I'm like sitting here trying to. Sorry, guys, I don't have my glasses on. I should have put my glasses on, but it is hit or miss. It's I do what I can, guys. So
we definitely understand, Melissa, that I thought it was an 80s movie too. To be honest, these two buffs just happened to know that it was not. It was in the 90s.
Well, you talk about Serial Mom, anything John Waters, I'm all about. That man
we love
shaped my childhood. So
Melissa would like to know if you have seen Heathers on the Paramount Network.
Is it on already?
Is it really on?
Is it like already? Has it already premiered?
We're off to a great start already, guys. We've also got a hey guys from Jerks Productions.
Jerks!
How you doing, buddy? Jerks is pretty awesome.
I have not met Jerks yet, so I'm June. So nice to meet you.
All right, good deal. So
awesome.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get started right now. I just got a message from.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
So wait, what were we just saying?
We were saying what we like about horror. I love
about the Heathers show. The Heathers. I've not seen it yet. I didn't know it was out already. If it is, I hope it's on Hulu because I'll catch it when I get home.
Yeah, because it's an interesting premise, but like I said,
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm a big fan of the original movie.
I know you are, and you love the musical.
Oh, and I love the musical, so I love the whole story of it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not sure how I feel about them updating it so much, but we'll see.
And a lot of people kind of gave him kind of grief a little bit, and they were like, saying that he's questioning because there's a gay man in the clique, and this is coming from a gay man, guys.
Okay,
so you don't really
thing, and I watched the trailer, and it was like, he's gender queer or whatever.
Yes.
I don't
she's
know.
Not positive.
I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, I mean, come on, the Heathers. were Heathers. They were girls actually named Heather. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I have to watch it to see. I don't have any problems with other gay people, obviously.
Guys,
if you did, you wouldn't be able to really, like it.
First of all, I've got to say we're off to an amazing start as far as interaction. We've got a huge amount of comments that I'm going to try and keep up with the best I can without interrupting you two.
Okay.
Jerks Production says, oh, Colby James, by the way, for people who just tuned in, I just don't have a body in this video today.
We have his head in a jar.
But if you can see his body.
Oh, well, they saw him before. Colby James is the man who did the Town the Dreaded Sundown live stream for me when
that's right.
Matt was off on location. Yeah, he was
Oh.
directing your play.
Yeah.
Jerks Production says he definitely came in the right time with you two discussing John Waters.
Yeah,
and it's great to finally catch one of your live streams. We're glad you could catch it, Jerks.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. We're so
OCD.
glad to have you here.
Yes.
OCD Horror says Heather's isn't out yet.
Okay,
Melissa
good.
says Cecil is demented. I don't know if that would be considered horror. Cecil D. Demented?
Oh,
Cecil B. Demented.
Oh.
Yes.
That's late 90s.
Yes. But it is amazing. John
It
Waters.
is
Melanie
so
Griffin.
good.
The Late Night Horror Show says hello, Amanda and
Hey,
Matt.
Dino! Was it Late Night Horror Show or the Late Horror Show?
Late Horror Show.
It's
Yes,
Dino.
Dino.
Hey, Dino.
He was so disappointed.
you.
She got pretty just for you, Dino.
I know.
She's like, I have to see my Dino. And
Well,
she has to use this curse on Ted.
Ted. No,
Co-host.
No,
Yeah.
not really. No,
Yes,
that's
honey.
not true. Oh no.
Anyway.
But Dino can take me out anytime.
Take you dancing?
Yes, take me dancing. Take me to a little cha-cha, cut a little rug.
She said
And by rug, I mean my vagina.
we went there.
We did.
We
Totally
did.
went there.
We said went there. All right, guys. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with our countdown. You guys saw the title, our countdown today. We're gonna go ahead and pause on the questions, Colby. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do 2 on our countdown, and then we'll go ahead and refer
And we'll
back to
take
the
some
questions.
more comments. Yes.
Yeah, questions, comments, what have you. Our theme tonight is going to be, and y'all forgive Colby's running around because he's our tech guy, so he's kind of making sure the mics and everything are working.
Yep. You might see some
You might
shadows.
see, you might see some shadows. But our countdown tonight is going to be top 10 must-watch horror films.
Our
in the
favorites.
80s,
Ones
yes.
we think that you should see if you
Yeah.
haven't.
A lot of them that we don't think a lot of people have seen and more people should see.
Right. Now,
So,
disclaimer, if you've been watching all month, then you've heard some of our top 10s
Yes.
of 80s movies already.
mhm.
These are not going to be on those lists because they've already been on previous lists. So
Mhm.
you're not going to hear me talk about The Gate. You're not going to hear me talk about Killer Clowns. You're not going to hear me talk about
Sort of.
Sorority Babes, the Slime Bolorama,
And you're not
things
going to
like
hear me
that.
say.
976 Evil.
We're not going to. By the way,
So-
guys, if you guys can't see, June's in the way, but I got that for Christmas.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
great.
Yes.
It's so great.
Yeah, I got it for Christmas.
It's really
so it's pretty.
cool.
I know, it really
Yeah,
is.
it's really good.
It's an original print, so I was pretty excited. And he's like,
Right.
my friend was like, it was really cheap, and I was like, yeah, because nobody likes that
And
movie.
I just want to take a moment to be like, I'm so glad to be back in Texarkana for a
yes,
weekend.
I am too.
So glad to be back in the
I miss
professional
you.
studio
Yes.
and having a good time.
Well, it's a little
different
more
from-
professional because our camera didn't work. So we're
right.
using
Well,
a laptop, but
it's a little
Like,
different than being on my couch, but
Yeah.
I'm all good about
but
it.
hey,
I'm
I
all
was in the
good.
middle of getting work done on my house, and there's a bunch to that. So anyways.
1 second.
OCD
Okay.
Horror, not a lot's going on, man. I'm feeling all right. Yeah, I'm gonna live.
what did he ask you?
He said, "What up, Colby? Are you feeling all right after last night?"
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, last night was a practice stream. We were just making sure all the mics and everything worked. So are we still doing good? Because it kind of lagged a little bit on the computer.
Oh, we're
Looks good here.
fine. It's
Okay.
gonna have
And-
a little lag.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. So before you answer the question, just tell us the question. So I'm like,
Sorry.
and I don't think you're talking to yourself, Colby. Because I worry about you sometimes.
Look, I mean, if I want to talk to myself once in a while. Sandra said she loves your 9-6 Evil
Thank
poster.
you. All right, let's get back on point.
All right.
All right.
So,
we'll go
down
ahead.
to the
You.
first two on our list.
Number
well,
10.
I always start. You
I
start this week.
know, but ladies go first.
Yeah, well, but you're more of a lady than I am. I'm a big old whore tonight.
Oh, you are. If you guys missed out, the theme tonight is
Horror
80s
tropes.
And
So we got rocker chick.
Well, I was looking for my dark hair and I couldn't find it, so I had to go blonde tonight. So
I've got my dark hair in the back. You know, we could switch you out at some point.
I'd already fixed my hair and stuff. So I am the best friend, cool girl who thinks she knows everything and is like sassy and stuff, but dies.
And I'm the trendy rich bitch who dies in the first reel.
Yes, they slut.
Yeah.
Slut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
totally.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, do your 10.
Okay,
Do your
my
number 10.
number 10. Let's go ahead and get my phone out. Ooh.
Whoa.
What just
What was
happened?
that?
What was that?
I
Did
don't
you see
know.
that?
Sandra says no lag, by the way. Thank you for the input, Sandra.
Thank you. Then what is going on?
Well, it's
looks-
just from the computer.
It,
I guess
it looks
so.
great on my phone. The
Okay.
picture
Well,
on
then,
that computer
Sorry,
also
guys.
looks
We're not used to doing this. We're used to doing this on the camera. We're not used to doing this on the computer, so we're kind of
It's
still,
weird.
yeah, it's still kind of weird for us to, do it on the computer. So anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and start with my number 10. Okay, and by the way, guys, usually we'll have like a bunch of lists of honorable mentions, and if he names one, then I'll name one. If he names one, I'll name one. But tonight, I just had too many that I'm just like, you know what? If he names one, that's already on my list. We'll just do this.
I do have 3 honorable mentions that I wrote
And I
on the
have
side
two.
here.
I have
So we
two.
will be mentioning those as well.
Exactly. So, okay, guys. Well, my number 10 is going to be 1988's Waxwork.
Ah, no.
Yes.
no. Oh, no.
1988's Waxwork, starring
Damn it.
Zach Gallagher.
It's on my count.
Yes, I love Waxwork. I remember seeing that. I remember when I used to go when I lived overseas off base. I used to always go. They had different sections. They had like the popular movie.
Steak tartare. I love that movie.
Yes, I love that movie too. And like when I would go in, there would be like the horror section,
Mhm.
and that box cover used to always get me
With the little
The- yeah,
tiny
the man
guy
and all
and
the
the big
stuff melting,
face
yeah.
behind him, and everything's
Melting,
melting,
yeah.
and the clock. And,
That used to always
yes.
get me all the time.
Yes.
So I watched that film, and what I love about the film is they took kind of wax museum and mixed it into every genre of horror, and that's what I loved about it. You had the monster, you had the vampire, you had the werewolf, you had the mummy,
Exactly.
and that's what I loved about it. And
we
it
even had the Marquis de Sade.
yes, it
Like,
was just amazing.
Such a good movie. Thank you.
Aw.
She's one of my idols, actually. One day I'm gonna do a story
Oh, I
time.
realized that you
Oh,
lost
sorry.
Well, that's okay. That's all right.
All right, well, let's
But,
go ahead and
Matt-
hold on questions.
Matt Jerks Production says you look like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors.
That was kind of
Yeah.
what I was going for. That was definitely what I was going for. So thank
Alright.
you.
All right, cool deal. Well, let's hold off on the questions for a little bit.
All right.
All right. So,
Okay.
so we're not just. Go
So
ahead.
you have more to
Yeah,
say
no,
about
I'm just
Waxwork?
saying, Zach Galligan. I used to have the hugest crush on him.
Yes.
I loved him and everything. He was in this other film that it was 80s.
Was
that
it him that was in Zapped?
no,
Okay.
no, I know who you're talking about. Is that kid that looked just like him?
Yeah.
It was like a cheap version.
Yeah, like poor man's version.
Yeah. And I also liked him in another 80s film that I didn't put on this countdown. Now I think about it, I should have. But he was also in this film called Cupid
Mm.
that I was
Mhm.
so into.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I just love everything he does. And then he was on TV movies with Molly Ringwald
Mhm. Yeah.
and this stuff. But anyways, I loved him. He
The
was
one where they got
fantastic.
pregnant, right?
No, it's the one that they killed each other in the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
that okay, all right.
Yeah.
What's the one where she got pregnant like as a 17-year-old or
I
whatever?
know what you're talking
You
about.
know what I'm
I
talking
forgot,
about.
yeah.
It was like
Okay.
really
it
big.
It was TV movie.
Yeah.
It was TV movie.
Yeah, made for TV. I mean,
Yes.
I grew up on made for TV and
I bet
after
you
school
did.
special and all that. Like, I love that. That was my jam.
That was your
Yeah.
jam. That's what you
Yeah.
danced to too.
There
I
was-
could see.
Dude, there was totally
Fornication.
an
Fornication.
80s.
Oh, I just spilled my alcohol.
there
Sorry,
was,
guys. I'm not even drunk and I spilled shit.
there
Sorry.
was totally an 80s after school special with the guy that was in the Almost Human, he was in The Boy Who Could Fly. Do you remember that movie, The Boy Who Could Fly?
No, I don't.
Oh God, that was like totally HBO like played it all the time. But
I'm
anyway,
trying to remember. What is it
he
about?
was also in Almost Human. Do you
I
remember?
know
Okay,
Almost Human.
so
yes.
that guy was in an after-school special where he was like, he'd gone off to college and he was coming back to do like an internship working in a church or whatever. When he came back, he decided to go like change his look to punk. The whole after-school special was about not judging people for the way they look,
Wow.
the way they dress.
Oh wow! See,
Yeah.
that reminds me of this movie called Little Sister that's on Netflix right now. Colby, can you do me a favor, hon?
Yes.
Can you hand me something to wipe this up? I just spilled a little bit of alcohol on my lap.
I gotta watch this anyway. So.
All right, good
That'll
deal.
work.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm not even drunk, and that's the funny part about it. But I'm spilling stuff. Anyway,
So I guess we'll go to my number
it's your
10,
number 10.
which was, I believe, 1981, and it was My Bloody Valentine, which was remade in the early 2000s, but in 3D, no less. But you just can't beat an original, and it's such a gritty, dark, fun ride for me.
It really is.
It really is. It's so gritty. It's
And
so
the
dark,
ending.
and the ending is
That is
just
really creepy.
yes.
Really
It's
creepy.
done very well. The original Black Christmas would have been on my list, but that's 70s.
Yeah.
So,
And see, and I didn't put My Bloody Valentine on because I thought it was 7.
it's early 80s. It's like
Really?
1980, 1980.
Hold on a second. I can fix that real quick because I actually have. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all.
Well, while she's doing that, I'm gonna catch up on a little bit on the comments.
Okay,
By
yeah,
the
you're
way,
right. I just looked at the DVD. Okay.
Yeah.
for the people
I
who
have the
just
DVD.
tuned in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on the video, but this is Colby James. I'm handling the comments and all that good stuff. Everybody got into a little bit of discussion about wax museums, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm talking about waxworks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
Fuego
wax
says
museums.
he tuned in just in time when he interviewed Zach Galligan.
I was just about to talk about that. Yes, I was, because I said I was going to give a shout out. The horror show, they do, guys. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this real quick. The horror show does a lot of celebrity interviews. Okay, and unfortunately, a lot of people haven't been watching. And I've been watching them. Shame on y'all, because they work really hard on them. And I watched them because I watched this Zach Galligan. And I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of jealous. I was just kind of like, why couldn't I be there? Because I
Right?
would have loved to just like touch his hand and be like, it's not your fault.
Guys, there's a
Because he was in Hatchet 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
He was pretty.
Do we have like an influx of comments right now?
tons of them, but Melissa has a pretty interesting question. She said she heard that Rob Zombie directed the part with the naked chick at the hotel in the remake. Is that true?
I don't know if that's true or not, but it wouldn't surprise me because like that was my biggest qualm with the remake. I was like, I went to see it in the theaters, and I don't have a problem with full frontal nudity. I have a problem with full frontal nudity on a big ass screen for like 8 damn minutes.
Mm.
That is, I do not need to. I could have climbed up inside of that. It was so big. And it was forever long. Like she just was running back and forth through that parking lot, naked as a jaybird. Like I gotta give kudos to that actress, but gosh darn it, that was a lot of nudity for a very long time.
Is there an issue?
No, I had a
Okay.
cramp.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Rob Zombie's a pervert, says Melissa.
So are we. So am I.
Yeah, I mean-
Who isn't a pervert? Come on,
We're all
girl.
perverts. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get you. You
All
said,
right. So My Bloody Valentine was my number 10.
all right, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and go to my number 9 and get this going. What we'll do, Holly, is like kind of just keep up with the comments, but
Well,
let's
I'm
wait.
also commenting
Okay.
Okay.
to them some.
But
And
let's-
also maybe write down any you want to write down any on that
Yeah.
board that you want to like come back to.
Yeah,
So that-
or whatever, because we got to run through this. Because
This
we're
is
gonna,
new to us with somebody else reading the comments. We're
Right.
trying to focus, and it's still not doing that great. We're still not doing that great, but we're gonna get there.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
It's definitely an odd setup having.
We love
here,
you, Dino.
But I
We
think
love
it's
you so much,
pretty
Dino.
smooth.
We really
We
do.
do.
We love you so much, Dino. You're awesome.
we love all our viewers.
We do. I'm sorry. I don't mean a section.
No.
But,
Like we're not singling out anybody.
Yeah.
Just know, especially
Well, Dino
right now,
started
while-
watching us
Exactly.
with 2 viewers.
what
We
I
had
was
2
about to say
subscribers.
is we're still growing.
Mhm.
We are still growing, and I say this every week until we have a lot more subscribers, we're still growing. And so we love each and every one of you that takes the time out of your night to come and be with us on our live stream.
Because this is our Saturday night.
Yeah,
this is our fun.
Is our party.
We don't go. We don't go out. We don't.
You know, I spent a good 2 hours getting all pretty for you guys. So I hope y'all enjoy it.
Exactly.
Right. So we're down to number 9
all right,
on
guys.
Amanda's list.
Okay, guys. Before I say this movie is actually really funny because when I was a kid, I thought this movie was so scary. Okay, because I saw on VHS, and a lot of these movies I used to see on VHS of sleepovers, and we used to download a lot of movies on Kazan.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw this movie in middle school.
Okay.
And I thought it was the scariest thing that I've ever seen. And then Colby was here today helping me fix stuff up, and I was telling him about the movies on my countdown because he was saying he didn't know a lot of 80s films, and I was like, this movie's so creepy, you have to watch it. And I played a clip for him, and I was like,
right? Don't you hate when you go back as an adult and you're like, ooh, this is a lot stupider than I remember.
I was like, this is not as scary. And Colby kind of stopped there. He was nice about it, weren't you, Colby?
What was it? Sorry.
It's
movie?
1980. You'll know as soon as I say it because Colby was like, I mean, I want to be mean, honey, but how were you scared of this? 1988.
Oh, yeah.
Black Roses.
Well,
good one.
Yeah.
Stupid one.
I was so scared of that movie. And I played the part where she transforms and when he was just like, and I played the beginning song. And I was just, I was scared. I was scared when they played the videos. But basically, it's about, like, we haven't told what these movies about, but a lot of people have seen these movies, so we don't really need to know what it's about. But I don't think a lot of people have seen Black Roses. So they say Black Roses is about this demonic band that goes into this small town.
Oh, God.
And, yeah. And they kind of go footloose on it. They're just like, all the parents get together and they're like, this movie's the devil, or this music's the devil, and we don't need this band, here's the devil, blah, blah, blah. Well, then, anyways, they go and finally make it okay, and all the kids listen to the band and everything. Well, they get, like, super freaking possessed and demented, and anyways, it's hilarious. There's a lot of creature effects, and the music really isn't that bad. Although, at the time, I thought the lead singer was fucking terrifying, but now that I watch it, I kind of, yeah. Anyways, so Black Roses 1988 is going to be a movie I think y'all should watch. Although the effects aren't as good as I remember, I think the movie really wasn't that bad. It's a fun time. So it's bad, but it's good. So Black Roses.
Okay.
All right, good deal.
Duly noted. Yes. I remember that film.
Yeah.
I remember it was kind of creepy when I was younger.
Yeah.
But it is one. I think it's one of those I saw on USA Up All Night.
Probably.
And I was just kind of like, oh, well.
So
right then.
We've got a little bit of a debate going on here in the comments that you guys have to weigh in on.
Let me get into my next one, and then we will.
We'll come back to
we're gonna take.
We'll come back to that.
We'll do 2, and then we'll go to the comments.
Let me do my next one, and then we'll come to the comments.
Because what we usually do is we run through the countdown, and then we talk to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
We just. For a lot of people who can't stay up long, we like to get the countdown first. At least we can, offer some movies to our lovely audience here who haven't seen a lot of them. So.
Okay, so my number 9, real quick. Saturday the 14th, Part 2.
How do I know that you're going to pick more horror comedies?
I love horror comedies.
Yeah.
Those are my bread and butter. Like, for me, I love a good, like, gut 'em up, like, scary horror movie.
That's why I stayed away from them.
But when we go 80s, we have to remember I was a child in the 80s, and so a lot of the horror that I glommed onto and watched as a child was a little more tame and a little more comedic. And that's kind of where I got my whole sense of humor. Mm-hmm. So, like, for me, these are iconic memories from my childhood. And Saturday the 14th, while the first one makes absolutely no sense and is very weird, the second one was very funny and, like, had me laughing most of the time, and it was like watching a weird sitcom. So yeah, it's a good one.
And that's funny because my countdown, I only have one horror comedy because I knew you're gonna be all over it.
Yeah,
I knew you're gonna be all over it.
Horror comedy.
Yeah,
we all know. I'm a big
yes.
fan of the camp. So
yes, exactly. And I go for that. It was
like, what did I say in one of my videos? I'm so camp. I'm sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. All right.
I'm so camp. I'm band camp.
Oh
Mhm.
I need
Okay,
you.
so now I missed you.
Mwah. I forgot I had on. I just hit your.
No, you're all good.
I hit
kissed
your
nose.
hairline.
I probably got pink lipstick all over your nose.
It won't be the first. It
Wouldn't be the first time. Okay,
Won't
so
be the
now
last
we're
time.
gonna catch up on some of these comments. What's the
All
debate
right,
that's
yeah.
going on, Colby?
Well, I believe it's Fuego and Dino are debating about Lords of Salem. I'm pretty sure Fuego was the one who said that he loved it,
I thought.
and
it
I
was,
think Dino he said he just doesn't get it.
I thought it was okay, but I didn't like love it just because I felt there was. I loved it up until. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but I loved it up until it got to where I felt it was going to art house.
No, I liked it. I like how art house it goes. I think it goes.
Well, no, I'm not saying like
it
that.
could almost
no.
go further with.
Well, that's. I don't mean the storyline. I mean like parts.
Yeah, no,
Like
I know.
little cut parts.
I know
like,
what you're saying.
because Rob Zombie, like, okay, I guess it's more of a personal thing because I've seen an interview Rob Zombie did,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about, well, I wanted to make an art film because everybody knows me as a slasher film,
Right.
and I'll make an art house film just so people can say I can make a film. And I was kind of like, wait a minute, like, is it what you feel? Are you trying to make an art? So I guess it's, I'm kind of like looking into it like you're trying too hard to look other than letting it be to where it is.
I have to
So
say
that
this
was
about
kinda
it because he was honest about it. He was
Mhm.
saying, I'm trying something new,
Mhm.
and I hope that it works. And I think for a first attempt,
No, it was
for a
great.
first attempt, it was good. Like, I really think for a first attempt, he didn't do a bad job.
Mhm.
Yes, there's room for improvement, but there always is.
Well, I guess so. I got a more of a cocky feel.
Yeah.
When he kind of said it, so that kind of threw me off a little bit.
I don't know if he meant it that way though.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, I know.
sometimes Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love him, but sometimes he can be kind of like,
Yeah, he kind
full
of
of
tries to.
himself.
He's trying to push that envelope
yeah.
way far, and we get it. But you
But
know,
keep
I
making
thought,
movies like Lords of Salem because Lords of
Yeah,
Salem isn't bad.
yes. Lords of Salem, for a first attempt
Yeah.
at trying to go more artsy with what
Mhm.
you're doing, absolutely good job.
Yeah,
And
no,
keep,
I like
keep,
Lords of Salem.
keep peddling, keep going.
So I came off the wrong way. I didn't say I didn't like it. It's just there's some parts of it
No,
I
you
felt
said
he
you
was
liked it.
yeah.
You said it was okay.
Yeah.
You said there were parts about it
I
that you
felt he
didn't
was-
really.
yeah.
And I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
Like, I thought for a first attempt, not
Yeah.
a bad attempt at all.
Okay. Good deal.
Not a bad attempt at all.
I missed you so much.
I missed you. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. I know we're like fangirling right now.
Hey,
'cause
it's
we
all
miss each other
good,
so
right?
much.
And you know, it's really hard not to like just stare at me when I was like,
I
this,
know.
so.
You're so fucking
I'm
pretty.
so pretty.
So pretty. I so loved you.
By the way, if you're not watching RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3, you can't talk to me anymore.
Oh yeah, and Chi-Chi's on this season.
Yes, Chi-Chi's back.
Chi-Chi's
on this
from
season.
Shreveport,
And
our
she
area.
she almost got sent
Mhm.
home this first.
Oh, really?
episode.
Oh, I was gonna say she was third in the.
She was fourth. She was
fourth,
fourth
okay,
place in
yeah.
her season, but she almost went home first this season.
Oh God, I haven't been watching it.
Well, it was they've only had one episode. It premiered on Thursday.
Okay.
And you know, anyone who knows me, I'm all about RuPaul because
Yeah.
I want to be on that show one day. But like, I'm also terrified to do that. I don't know if I can compare. You know,
We should just go in there together. Hi.
Hi, we're the Becky twins.
Ah. Kitty Carter.
You like us? You like us? You do. Okay, so let's catch up on some comments, Colby.
Well,
First of all, Sam Power tuned in. He says, hi, guys.
Sam, hey, what's up?
Thanks for tuning in, Sam. There was a little bit of debate, just to clear things up, about which day you stream. And I told them that I believed it was officially now Saturdays.
It's
but it's Sunday.
officially now
We have
Saturday.
changed our streaming to Saturdays due to Matt's schedule right now.
Right.
We
Also,
were.
we don't want to compete with the horror show, who doesn't.
Yes.
They do a lot of videos on Sunday nights, so we don't want to be. We
don't want
wanna
to step on
clash
any
with that.
toes because we watch it before we go live. So it's hard for us to really, because we're too busy setting stuff up and we're like really into it.
So we want to
So
watch.
yeah. So that's why we get late sometimes because me and him will sit there, we'll be watching it and we'll be like, and then all of a sudden we'll sit there, we'll have a cocktail and he's like, oh my God, Amanda, it's time to go on. I'm like, oh shit.
Also,
yeah.
guys, just to point out, somebody else did, Amanda does officially have a Twitter for Channel Sundown.
Yes, I
Yes.
do, guys.
Yeah.
I'm under. I'm
And if
still
you
trying
saw
to
her
get-
Facebook comment, my name is not spelled like a corn item on the McDonald's menu. All right. On her Facebook, she posts Maddie McCobb, like MCCOBB.
I was doing voice text because it was late.
And I was like, I called her and was like, I am not a menu or an item on the dollar menu, bitch. Like this is what it sounds
and see,
like.
Sandra, that's what I mean. That's how we talk to each other.
Mhm.
Because he literally said, bitch, I'm not on a dollar menu. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, bitch.
I was like,
look
go back
at
and read your comment, your
and
thing
I was
on
like,
Facebook.
oh, and he was like, I know you know how to spell it, bitch.
Because you've spelled it before.
He goes, don't tell me you read Clyde Barker but don't know how to spell macabre, bitch. Like
I knew that she did the voice to text thing because
Yeah.
she always does. That's because anytime she texts me, I have to sit there and decipher what it means because the text does not always come through what she said.
That's true. If anybody ever texts me, because I'm always busy, because I'm always driving for work, so I have it attached to my car, so I'll push text and then I'll speak. But when I
No,
don't
it's
know,
fine. That's
I'll
fine.
speak, and when I do, sometimes it doesn't translate as well because my accent and the way I talk and stuff like
Right.
that. But anyways, yeah. So
let's catch up on a couple more, and then
yeah.
we're gonna move on to our next two on the list.
Yeah.
So
I think probably just move on to
We're
the next
good?
two, to be honest, yeah.
we're good right
All right,
now.
good now.
Okay. Good
all
deal.
right. So whose turn
It's
is
you.
it? It's my
you,
turn.
Number
All right.
8.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me turn my phone on. Okay, my number 8 is going to be this movie is hilarious. Okay, 1986, Neon Maniacs.
Ooh. Ooh. I didn't even think about putting that one on there. Nice. Very good.
Yes, I love this movie. If you guys
Very
haven't seen it, it's
good.
about a group of kids. Well, it's like one, I think it's, I don't remember. It's like a couple kids find like these creatures under the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and a bunch of kids get killed, and this one girl survives.
Right.
And there's just this whole hoopla. They keep going after her. Just like pure 80s films, there's the guy who's kind of the dork, and he's in a band, and the finale takes place at a school dance. The maniac's going after him, and he's singing his song, and they're fighting, and of course you have to kill them with water.
Of course.
This makes sense. But the one thing about this movie that I didn't understand is why is it that the person that plays the child looks older than the high school girl?
Because they're casting for what they can get. That's like when I'm doing my shows here in Shreveport.
But it's so funny.
I'm casting whoever will fit the costume.
But it's really funny because like you'll see the two girls and they're the same height and they look the same age. One girl has a hat cocked sideways. And that's how you can tell she's a kid.
Yep, she's
But the kid is a horror fanatic. And anyway, so Neon Demon. Neon Demon. I love Neon Demon, by the way.
Yes, but Neon Maniacs.
Yeah, Neon Maniacs. The reason I said Neon Demon because the whole time I was trying to look up the year, because I was like, I believe this is 80s. I was looking up the year, and they were like, Neon Demon. I was like, no, Neon Maniacs.
Right.
So, anyway.
Okay, so my number 8 is going to be a little more mainstream than that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go with, I don't know what year it came out, but it stars a younger Chris Sarandon and a very young William Ragsdale of Herman's Head fame, and Amanda Beers from Married with Children, and we're going Fright Night.
Yes.
If you have not seen Fright Night, you have not lived. I love
She was so hot in that.
She really was. She's hot in it.
You know when you said what's his name? You know what I thought about?
Chris Sarandon?
Yeah, you know what I thought about?
What did you think about?
I thought about My Best Friend's a Vampire.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We'll
sorry.
get there.
Spoiler. Sorry.
No
guys.
worries. No worries.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, what do you love about that? That's a great film, by the way. That's one of my favorites.
Oh gosh, let's talk the practical effects.
Yes.
The very first time I saw the vampire transformation, dude, hooked me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially Amanda Beers going from so pretty to so heinous and terrifying in one shot. Like, dude, I was hooked. Absolutely. Well written. Absolutely. It's got enough 80s camp in it just to be on that line.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a series. Ooh, I burped. Excuse me.
Not very ladylike.
But it's no, not at all. But it's a series. Like I should just be like. But it's a it's like it takes itself very seriously, and there are some genuinely creepy moments.
There is.
And Chris Sarandon, you could be my main vampire anytime you want.
What's up, Colby?
Oh man, I've just got to say something about Sandra. Fright Night was an awesome film. Her vampire face was creepy. Yes, love Fright Night, and the remake with David Tennant without a shirt. Brilliant.
Okay, now I do love. Now the reason I love the remake is because of David Tennant. Because David Tennant is in it.
I love David
I mean,
Tennant.
you're a Doctor Who fan, huh?
I said I like that too, but I liked it for Anton Wilson.
Well, that too, but I'm a huge
Doctor
Doctor Who fan, and I loved him in that movie. Not such a fan of the movie itself, but he was great in it.
Okay.
Like the remake was, it wanted to be better than it was.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Fuego agrees, and I totally agree. The Fright Night is one of the few remakes that was actually great. Yes.
You know what?
Good. Like it wanted to be better than it was, but it wasn't bad. I haven't even tried to watch the sequel. I've heard it's just
either.
garbage.
Well, it has nothing to do with the first one.
I've heard.
But
it's
we were
garbage.
talking about it. I don't know when Cecil and Fuego them were gonna post the podcast that they did on the show, but they talked about Fright Night, and I'm yet to see the remake.
Well, like they're both good films in their own right. Like
But I'm just too nervous to.
the remake's good.
Because I watched. No, I just said. I watched most of it. I just never sat down and watched the whole thing. I watched
It's
it
worth
and then
a
was
shot.
like cleaning when I was watching it. I didn't just sit down and like watch it.
It's definitely worth a shot. Give it a gander.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my number 8 is Fright Night,
All right.
and we're on to Amanda's number 7.
All right. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, I got hold on.
I want to go ahead and just read a couple comments. That
Sure.
Well, no, 'cause
Mayor-
I'm about to read something, so I'm sorry. I don't
Oh.
mean to be rude, but I'm about to read.
It's cool, you know.
Well,
You don't care what Fuego has to say anyway.
good
We
night,
love you,
Dino.
Dino.
We
We love
love
you,
you,
Dino.
Dino sent us a little.
Yeah, he was just saying, "Great live stream, guys. I'm off to bed." So we love you, Dino.
Mwah.
We love you, Dino.
Good night, darling.
Thanks for the view,
All right.
Dino.
Awesome, Dino. All right. So what number is mine? I can't read your
7.
writing.
We're on the,
Dino.
no, thank God.
Thank God I don't have my glasses on because I can't read
Well,
that.
yeah, no, I have chicken scratch.
Yeah. So my number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, my number 7 is the only one that is a horror comedy. Well, I don't even consider a horror comedy because there's nothing scary about this film, but that is 1988's Vampire's Kiss.
Oh, wow. That movie.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
No, you're not. No.
If y'all don't know, Vampire's Kiss stars Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Is hashtag
And-
overacting.
Okay, it's Nicolas Cage and Grace Jones.
Yes, Grace Jones. Yes.
Yes.
I forgot to name her name.
Grace
Yeah, I know,
Jones.
Grace-
And there's a reason Grace Jones is only in like 2 films. And that's because she's just Grace Jones in them. Like she's in different wigs.
That's true, because she always plays the quietest.
She's just like this big scary woman in everything. So because I think if I ever met her in person, I'd pee on myself. She's very intimidating. So yeah, she's Grace Jones.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you just expect her to walk in a room and go, "Hello, bitches. I'm
here."
Grace Jones."
So, like, okay, so this film is not good, guys. It's not, but it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah,
It's so
fun.
bad.
It's fun. It's
so-
definitely worth a watch.
I never misfollowed anything. Not anything. Not one time. A, B, C, D. And then he goes, what is that thing you said? He goes,
Oh god, my
And if you
eyelashes
don't-
stuck together.
and if you don't, I'll fire you.
Mm.
It's just such a it's a hilarious movie. It's awful.
It's like
awful.
where
It's
how
so
did
bad,
Nicolas
it's good.
Cage go from Raising Arizona
Yes.
to that movie?
Yeah.
Like
And then he won an Oscar.
yes, like real.
Yes, When Vampires Kiss is my number 7. That's the only horror comedy I have on my countdown. So.
That's a good one though.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good one.
That one is.
So,
It's a must watch, not because it's good, just because it's so fucking ridiculous.
so my number 7 is also it's in one of my favorite series,
Okay.
and it's Friday the 13th Part 7, which is also known as Jason versus Carrie. It's the one.
Oh, the one
yes.
before Manhattan, where the
Yes,
girl
it's the one with the girl with telekinesis, and we've actually talked about it before. But it's one of my favorites because it actually brings a different kind of mechanic into the Friday series, and it's also actually the most. It was the most like censored of the 80s of the Friday series because of the censor board was on their asses at the time, so it's very PG. It's like very PG-13. And like all the kills happen like either below screen or like right.
Well, the only reason it was rated R was for the language.
It wasn't rated R. I believe it's PG-13.
Well, no, all the Friday 13 is rated R.
Well,
but the reason why it's rated R is because it's strong language.
Yeah, there's absolutely. I think it's the only one that has no nudity. It has none.
You know what? Yeah, you're right, because I watched the documentary. The only reason why it was rated R is because the scene when they were talking and he was like,
and there's some cussing. But
back in the 80s, they didn't want you to say that word.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely it's a fun ride. I like that one. It was actually the one that got me into the series because I was pretty young. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, if this is what this is all about, I can. No, God, girl. You're horrible. That's what I'm saying. You're horrible. You're a bitch.
You're horrible, Becky. You're horrible. Oh, wow. I like how you did my head. You really. Ooh. You fixed my hair while beating me. I love you.
We all need a good ass kicking sometimes.
Yes, ooh. Now my hair looks so good.
It does. It really does. No, it's a fun one. Like, I think I was 10 or 11 when I saw it for the first time, and like, you know, my parents weren't really censored about what I watched, because usually my parents were in there with me watching it.
Yeah.
And if I got scared, I'd just leave the room, and my parents knew that you know, that I was going to censor myself, so it was fine. But so that one was actually like, I told you about this. I watched it at like a sleepover, at a birthday party with friends, and I was like, oh, if this is what these are all about, then I'm cool. Like, I'm not scared of this. But then I saw some of the other ones at that age and was like, oh, that one's not the scary one. I get it now. But it's a fun one to watch, and if you haven't ever seen it, what's wrong with you?
I was pushing the thing aside because we're gonna.
No, that was part of my. I was saying if you haven't ever seen it, what's wrong with you? I wasn't asking you.
No, because you paused for a minute.
That's called delivery.
I know, but think about it. You always ask me what's wrong with me.
That's true.
So that kind of came out because you always go, "What's wrong with you?"
I do that to everybody.
Well, he says it a lot to me. Like today, I was doing my makeup, and he goes, "What's wrong with you?"
Right. Well, you know, when I wasn't back here slapping like 5 coats of makeup on my face.
Exactly. Well, we can pause that for a minute and catch up on the comments, and then we can take a shot.
Yes.
We have not taken a shot yet.
God, you guys, I can't condone you guys drinking alcohol. You know that's bad for your health, right?
Yeah, Chloe.
You got one life.
Okay.
Here you go, sweetheart.
A little bit of discussion about Doctor Who. Somebody said their favorite Doctor was Matt Smith. Which one was that?
That's Dr. 11, and he is pretty fantastic.
Oh, he is. He's my second favorite. I can't remember who said that.
I don't watch Doctor Who. Just give me 1 second.
He's pretty great. We love Matt Smith. I'll tell you this. I fell in love with David Tennant. So when Matt Smith came around, I was a little reluctant, and he won me over in the first episode of that new season. At the very end, no spoilers or anything, at the very end of that episode, where he's asking the aliens of du jour of the episode, you know, like how many, DiGiorno. He's asking them, you know, how many times has Earth been, attempted to take over? And what stopped them, and it shows all the different doctors, and he steps through the last picture of Tennant and goes, "Hello, I'm the doctor." So basically, run.
So
and it's fantastic.
that's exactly what it is.
Yes, it was epic for me. It gave me chills, goosebumps. It gave me nipples on my nipples. It was great.
Nipples on your nipples.
Hell yeah.
There's a little bit of a literary discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I handed it to you.
Somebody asked me my favorite Stephen King book, and I think I actually gave more
Let me,
but I wanted to ask
asked
Matt.
you that? Who asked you Stephen King questions? I don't
believe
know
it or not,
why.
It wasn't Fuego.
But Stephen King
Was
questions.
it Fuego? Because Fuego's our Stephen King guy.
No, Fuego already knows your favorite Stephen Kings
That
because
is
we
true.
talk all the time.
Um,
But I'm gonna tell you what, I don't know what's with these Stephen King questions floating from like Cecil's channel to like our channel to like every
I
time
don't know.
Fuego's on, he gets so many questions. Fuego's so fucking famous.
yeah,
Right.
I can't even find who it was that asked Stephen King books.
But anyways,
favorite
guys,
Stephen
we're not
King.
gonna answer that question just because we have an episode coming up this week. And we don't want to do any spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers.
Yeah.
But I do have a favorite Stephen King novel. I have a couple of them actually.
Yes, and that's what later this week. Y'all stay tuned because we have a big thing planned.
Yeah, we have some stuff coming
Yeah.
up.
Fuego. I think Tale of the Body Thief is actually my favorite.
Wait,
Anne Rice
dude,
body.
that's part of the episode, Colby. You're all doing this.
Sort of what episode?
The episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, he asked me a question.
Well, I know, but you can't. Oh my god. Okay. You're trying. It's okay. Bless your heart. I just want to give him a Hail Mary.
Okay.
No, but you don't want to give too much information out so nobody will watch your episode. Your episode that's coming up.
All right.
And somebody asked me if I was gonna do whatever a book review on my own channel or this channel. It will be on this channel.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. He has reviews coming up this week that we're filming.
What I was telling.
So
So we don't
yeah.
want to spoil anything.
I'm way
but it
behind,
will
by the
be-
way.
you
Somebody
just
else
have to
tuned
tune
in. Sorry, I'm behind on this one. Somebody else tuned in. Anthony. Hey, Anthony.
Anthony!
That's our Anthony.
That's my
right there.
Anthony. Is
Let's get
it
your-
Kulik or Kulik? How do you
It's Kulik.
pronounce that?
It's
Kulik?
Kulik.
Kulik?
It's Kulik, I think.
Okay. I
Anyways.
like it either way, but he's
Okay.
a cool guy.
To our viewers.
To our viewers, to you guys. Ooh. Ooh, I can't do that all night.
Oh, we're not. Because we don't have very much left.
Right. Girl, we got to
Not half. That's like a. That's enough to piss me off.
Oh, right.
All right, guys.
Yes, again.
All right. So
All right,
let's
do we
see.
have any more comments we want to address before we go into our next two?
Mhm. I'm sorry, baby.
No, it's all good.
Tons of them, but
I have a rate. I
I
have
need
a
to like
rate.
switch from the bottle that does not have any whiskey in it.
Yeah.
Because that comes in.
Yeah. Sorry, baby.
No, you're all good. Y'all watch my lady light
Well, I just string out my leader too. So, anyway, so I was at number 7.
while I
So,
unhinge my jaw and like.
which
let
I'm
it
afraid
slide
that my
down
next 2 are going to be on your list. So,
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. So, is there any other comments that you're searching through? Anything worth?
man, the entire conversation is just a whole lot of totally off-topic stuff that
All right,
everybody's
good. Well,
talking
that's
about.
no. We like when people talk
Yeah.
on the live stream.
They
So that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
We're
it's great.
totally okay with
Yeah,
Um,
we're totally fine with that.
that. Yeah. All right. So we're at your number 6 then.
Oh, you just did your number. Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
just did my number 7, so we're at your number 6.
Okay, my number 6 is going to be 1989. Randy Quaid and The Parents.
Oh no, it's not on my list. It almost was.
Yes,
It
okay.
almost was, but that is one of my favorites. It is a good
Parents,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
Is it The Parents? The Parents? I don't remember.
I think it's called Parents.
Parents. I think so. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah.
I just remember the scene with the teacher freaked me the fuck out.
Yes.
And then the ending. I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending's really.
And then it's like
dark.
it's really hard sometimes to take Randy Quaid seriously
Yeah,
because
but
of all
no,
the
he
things
was
that I've
really
seen
creepy in
him
this
in,
movie.
but he really was
Yeah.
creepy in this
Exactly.
movie. So
Yeah.
yeah. And it gave me a totally different look or
Mhm.
outlook on Randy Quaid.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I thought too. So yeah, so that is my number, and I just remember the ending, how creepy the ending was.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending was
it's-
kind of like
it's a
not
little-
creepy and like the ass. But
But
Anyways,
it's unnerving. It's
Yeah.
definitely unnerving.
it's one. Well, we can't spoil it because we're telling people to watch it.
No.
But the Parents, Randy Quaid,
Check it out.
1980. What did I say? 88, 87,
89.
89. Okay, yeah, y'all check it out. It's a really good movie. It's pretty fucking extreme.
Yeah, and hanging if you don't like
it's in the narrative of the boy.
To the end because the end is worth it.
Yeah.
And it's very, very worth it.
Yeah, and it's through the point of view of the son. So it's kind of, yeah. So anyways, yeah.
So
it's been a while since I've seen it. So if I'm remembering wrong, please tell me. And guys, just build with us for a minute because 80s films, we grew up watching these.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't remember a lot
Everything.
of the,
it might have been.
us.
I think it might have been 20 years since we've seen it. You know,
yeah. Well, So if I remember it wrong, I saw it when I was a kid. So if I remember it wrong, please correct me.
Right.
Because I would love to have, feedback and everything. So that's good. Yeah.
So I'm at my number 6 now, and we have probably mentioned this one. I mean, you really honestly can't talk about 80s horror movies without this movie being brought up. And we've probably mentioned it at least once on every countdown, even though it has never been actually on any of our countdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But we've talked about it on every one. Mm-hmm. So my number 6 is Oh my God!
She's gonna eat you. Hospitality.
They're gonna eat her. And then they're gonna eat
me.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! All those goblins spelled backwards!
I promise you, when I saw this movie, I did not know it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't really supposed to be scary, or I guess it was supposed to be scary, but there were moments that really legit bothered me. But we've talked about it before, with the mom at the end, and so.
But you want to know what scared me the most about that movie? Not so much the goblins, but the grandfather.
The grandfather, perving in the mirrors while the chick's dancing and shit. Hell yeah. Oh my God. If you don't get out of here, my dad's going to cut off your nuts.
And he's going to put a little
tiny little balls or something.
Yeah.
What is
and he can't stand you.
He can't stand you.
Oh, yes.
We don't piss on hospitality.
What are you doing, Daddy? I'm tightening my belt to keep from under paint.
This movie is everything 80s. It's so bad. It's so cheesy. It made me never want to eat any green food ever again because I might melt.
And that also gets a segue of the best documentary ever made was called The Worst Movie Ever Made.
Which it's a good documentary. They talk about how they made this film, how they came up with it.
And they talk about
it was originally supposed to be called Goblin.
Yeah. And it talks about the guy that started, the dad, he's a dentist.
Yeah.
And the mother is this recluse, and the documentary is made by the boy from the film.
Yeah. It's a terrible film. It's a terrible film, but it's a fun watch. It's a real fun watch. You get some friends together, sit around, do some come up. The internet has drinking games for every movie ever made. So come up with the rules for a drinking game and have a good one with this one because this one's a fun ride.
So much fun.
Don't watch it by yourself because you can't appreciate it as much. You just can't.
You can't.
All right, so we're at your number 5.
My number 5. Oh man, here it goes. Here it goes.
Couple comments. Yes. Troll 2, is that what you guys were just talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. It's technically 90s apparently. It says OCD horror. Everyone seems to agree with you guys putting it on the list though.
Yes.
No, not Fuego.
Guys, by the way, let me stop this real quick. The thing about it is we're not talking about best horror films.
Just the ones we think that are must see.
Watch. Okay.
Things that are must see.
So if you guys come back and start naming movies thinking that they're better, it's not about better or worse. It's about what we think y'all should open your mind to.
Definitely.
Anyways,
ones that, are definitely, they might not be the best movie out there, but they are definitely a fun watch. They are definitely a good night in.
Exactly.
So they might not be the best movie, but they are a fun movie.
Exactly.
They are good fun ones to watch.
So I want to make that clear before we went into
Like
this.
when I made my list for this one, it was definitely like, what movies do I enjoy watching with people? What movies do I enjoy showing to people from the 80s?
Exactly.
Because those, for me, that's like getting a group of my friends and making them watch terrible movies from the 80s that they've never seen before, watching their reactions. That's a great night for me.
Well, because like if we want to talk about best 80s horror films, we're going to talk about The Quintessential. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Child's Play. We're going to talk about, all the things that everybody's already seen this. So we're talking about films that you guys probably haven't been exposed to.
Yeah, stuff you haven't been exposed to possibly, and stuff that maybe we can throw a little insight on.
So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Colby. I'm sorry. I just want to put that out there before people start commenting and being like, how do you think that was better than this movie? I just didn't want people to think that. So that's the judge.
It's not about what's better. It's about what we think is a good fun ride.
And everybody, I think, agreed that Trolls 2 was definitely worthy.
Well, you said something. You said
worth the watch.
Well, he said the horror show, and I cut him off. So go. That's the last comment you're saying.
Yeah. What was Cecil saying?
He said it had a messed up ending.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
And I think he said that in a positive way. Is how I'm reading it.
It did. It had a terribly messed up ending, and and I'm gonna be like completely candid here. As a child of adoption,
dude, how long did I buy this cup? And I saw the price tag. I bought this years ago.
Right.
Anyways, go.
So I had I'm adopted. I had the whole abandonment issue thing. So anything with mothers growing up, like mothers dying or anything like that, gave me the willies, like bothered me a lot. So that it hit home with me.
So you could watch Cannibal Holocaust, but you can't watch Bambi.
Right. Exactly.
Guys. Okay, let me say this because a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh man,
I can watch Bambi, but it bothers me."
Oh my god. Okay, let me stop this. We have this. We have humor. We
don't think she's ever being rude to me because I will be rude right back.
Exactly.
Don't think that she's not doing anything she's never done before.
Yeah. So guys, don't attack me. Be like, "How dare you?" But no, we had this conversation on camera. But that's where he gets his comedy from, is because all the heartbreak he's been through in his life, he makes out of comedy.
You have to.
Exactly. So when I make a joke, I'm not making a joke because, he's
trust me,
I
nothing
make a joke,
that she's going to say is going to offend me. So y'all don't have to be like, y'all don't have to worry about my feelings. I'm not going to get them hurt. I promise you. If I can go live on YouTube looking like this, I can get through anything.
Well, that was part of your stand. You're like,
right?
I like when people get ripped and stuff, but don't show me Bambi.
Yeah. I don't want to watch Bambi's mom die.
I'll watch Cannibal
Dude,
Holocaust.
I was a wreck in Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's funny you said that because we were watching like ABC's of Death. We were watching all these fucking snuff films, and you're like, okay, what's this? And I put on Frozen. You're like, what the fuck are we watching?
Why are we watching this? This is so sad.
I was like, but you just saw someone get decapitated. You're
Trust
like,
me.
yeah, but guess what? They did.
There are lines. There are lines that we don't cross. All right. So we're at my number 5 now.
All right, you're number 5.
So,
hold on a second. I'm sorry, we didn't get the comment that you were saying.
Right.
We were just reading it. I'm
comment?
sorry that we didn't interrupt you.
I'm not. There's one comment that there's a lot of conversation going on, but Sam Power says, "Do you want some David?" Is that the kid's name? It's a quote, I'm guessing. Was that from what you guys were talking about, or totally unrelated?
Do you want some?
Oh no! Do you want some David?
Yeah.
Yes,
David.
I thought he was asking, "Do you want some David?"
That's the end of Troll 2. Yes.
Do you want some David? I thought he said, "Do you want some David?"
Want some David?
There's been a little bit of discussion about Critters.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Did you guys like Critters? I can't.
It's on my last list.
Yeah,
last week it was on my creature features list. I'm a fan of Critters.
Yeah, I like Critters.
It's okay. It's good for what it is.
Guys, Melissa has got to say goodbye. She's got to go to bed.
All right, good night, Melissa.
See you later, sweetheart.
Have a good one, sweetheart. All right, so we're at my number 5, and then we'll get back to some comments.
Well, no, I'll do my next one. Let's go ahead and run through here so that we can just talk to everybody because the comments are flowing in.
So my number 5 is the remake of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh man, I dig it.
That's a good one, dude. I promise you, when I saw it the first time, I turned it off as soon as the arm wrestling scene happened.
Yeah. Oh, what do you?
Yes. Oh my god, like that terrified me. It bothered me. I went to school And it was a big thing for kids to arm wrestle each other, and I
Yeah.
couldn't arm wrestle anybody. I was like, without thinking about that movie, I was like, no.
Well, it's funny
I'm
you
good.
said that.
I'm good. I'm okay. Like there were moments of that film that
Yeah.
really gave me the heebie-jeebies. So
Yeah, I understand that because I was gonna put it on my countdown, but I kind of was like, I need to because I knew it was gonna be your countdown. 'Cause we talked about it.
yeah, we've talked about it, and
Hey,
you
guys.
know how I feel about the visual
Yeah.
effects in
Yeah.
that movie.
Because we talk about every
So-
time I talk about visual effects, you're like, "Have you seen The Fly?"
I
Every time we
don't
talk
ask
about
her. I know she's in.
No,
the Fly,
I'm
but
saying
like,
no. When you
know
talk
The
to
Fly.
people,
Yes.
when you talk to people,
Yeah.
because every time I talk about body horror, you mean The Fly,
Yeah.
and
The
then
Fly
whole,
is definitely a body horror film.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so we
that's
talked
a
about
good
it.
one.
So
That's
that's
a good
why
one.
that's the only reason I didn't put on my
Like
countdown.
now, and we were talking about sequels that or remakes that were better
Yes, Fly
than the
too.
original. Well, I mean, like the original Fly is so much better. Like the remake with Jeff Goldblum to
Mhm.
me is so much creepier than the original, the
Yes.
old black and white one. Even though it is great for what it is,
Mhm.
but that remake, that reboot is just
Well, just like The Thing. The Thing was a
scary.
remake. Scarface was a remake.
True.
We got a
Yeah.
couple fan comments on. I'm guessing all are probably remakes.
We don't have fans. We have
Viewers.
friends.
Friends.
Yes. we have
Fuego
friends.
says body horror.
Mhm.
Anthony says Tremors.
That's 90s.
Tremors was on my. That's 90s. Yes, because I had it on my Creature
But
Creature
I think
countdown.
their
It's
topic of
90s.
discussion was really just remakes that were better than the
Yeah.
original. I think
Tremors
it
was
their
not a
point.
remake.
Tremors was
No,
not a remake.
maybe that's not what Anthony
But
was
Tremors
saying,
is definitely a 90s film.
All right, so let's run through this.
1990, but still.
We're gonna run through this countdown real
Yeah,
quick
we're
so
gonna-
that we
we're
can
gonna
go to the
barrel
comments.
through so we can actually talk to you guys.
All right, good deal. So, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Number
guys.
4.
Here it goes. But before I do, is Horror Show watching right now?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe Cecil's on.
See, so are you watching right now? Because I have something to say to you real quick.
Oh, Lord.
Something to
She's
say.
been drinking.
I've
You
been
might
drinking.
log off, Cecil. Run!
No,
Run! Run!
I
It's
actually,
not safe.
I have seen a comment from him for a minute actually.
Oh wait, I hope he's watching.
Just because he has.
Anthony says Jaws is the greatest movie ever.
Josh is scary.
He said that on
today.
purpose because he knows that
Yeah,
that
he
is
knows.
the one that Amanda is scared of.
Yeah, I'm terrified of it. Cecil, if you're watching, I need you to say something because I'm about to do a whole story time on the horror show and my experience with the horror show. It's the
Why
next
do you
movie.
do that? Go see Amanda.
Anyways, I don't know if he's watching, but anyways, I'm just going to do it. My number. I'm going to wait for him because he's.
Fuego says he thinks he signed off.
Oh, he signed off. Okay,
he says he
fine.
thinks.
You know what? That's fine. Cecil's not watching. That's okay. Now I'm about to say something. I'm kind of. What's
Damn, Amanda.
That's none of your
Amanda did
business.
some
how much-
drinking, guys. I'm just gonna let you know.
I love whiskey.
I haven't looked at that whiskey bottle in a while, and it's suddenly lower.
A lot lower.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot lower.
have to do some shots.
We had to do some shots.
I myself, guys, would never, lower myself to doing something so unhealthy as to drinking alcohol. Okay, you can't see my face, but I couldn't quite get that out with a straight face. I tried. The Tremors movies, you guys seem to be definitely big on that. I can't believe that they're about to come out with the 6th one. I've only seen it.
No, it's not the 6th one. They're doing a series.
Are they?
Jamie
Yeah.
Fuego says, I'm stoked for Tremors 6. The 5th was tons of fun.
I thought they were doing a series.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing a series.
I only ever saw like 2. And actually, I don't even think it was the first 2. I think it was like the first and the third.
Well, I saw the one with Reba. Well, she was in
In
the
the
first.
first one.
She was only in the first one.
Yeah, she was only in the first one. All right, then. Well, since the Horshaw's not here, I'll go ahead and talk about them without them being here.
Okay.
But
They're doing both.
I thought we were gonna
A
breeze
show and
through
the
this.
next
Why don't you do your story?
you
time?
what?
They're doing both a Tremors 6 and a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Fuego.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Well, then I'll go ahead and talk about this. I was wishing the Horror Show was still here because this is kind of the story behind it.
Doesn't mean they won't come back and watch it.
No, they probably not. Anyways, but they never watch it.
You are such a pessimist.
I'm not, but he doesn't watch my videos. It's all cool. I still love you, Cecil. You don't watch my videos. Anyways, but
Oh, Cecil's back.
Welcome
Cecil!
back. We're just about to talk about
yeah,
you,
we're about
sir.
to talk about you because I'm on my number 5. My number 5 is going to be one of my favorite old horror films of all time. and it has a cameo with John Rutherford from Cliff from Cheers.
Oh, yes. I thought, wait, what's Ratzenberger?
no,
I thought it was
wait.
Ratzenberger.
Ratzenberger. I would say Rutherford.
Yes.
I don't know. And
The mailman.
I was on the horror show, and I told Cecil, I said, this is one of my favorite movies. If you get anything from this movie, tell me. And he gave me this pen.
I love that movie.
Hotel Hello. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's 1987's Hotel Hell.
Motel Hell.
Motel Hell.
Motel.
Did I say hotel?
You said hotel.
I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Motel Hell. Motel Hell.
Good.
Yes.
So
Yes. No, it's 81.
underrated.
It's 81.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
Such an underrated film.
1981's Motel Hell. And
And it's
got
nice
a
to see
pen.
John Ratzenberger in a horror film role.
You know who he was?
Yeah.
He was the drummer
Yeah.
who got killed. Yeah, but yeah, I got my pen because if y'all don't know, if y'all watch the movie, it goes Hotel Hello, and then it goes.
And then the O is burnt out on the sign.
It goes.
So it just says Motel Hell.
Yes.
But yeah, it's totally
Yes. So yeah, Cecil Lur gave me that, guys. So I was so happy when he gave me
That's
that.
awesome.
So yeah,
That's
that was
awesome.
really cool.
Now send me some stuff, Cecil. Yes, we know Brit.
Brittany!
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 Hey, girl,
Brittany!
hey!
Say hi to my Brittany. Come here. That's my Brittany. Brittany.
Sorry, for some reason it it wanted to block our comments, so I didn't know if it was. I should tell you guys she was there or not. I didn't know if it was somebody you knew.
Yeah, we know her.
I don't
Brittany,
know why.
I love you, Brittany. Wait,
It gave me like a warning.
I'm talking like
Yeah,
Cecil.
Brittany, you're notorious.
She's on the horror show.
Oh,
No, wait. Or wait, Brittany Lee. I don't know. Wait, Brittany or Brittany? Oh,
It's the
yeah.
same.
Brittany.
It's the same.
I don't think it's the same girl.
Yeah, because she was commenting under it last week.
I wonder why that's the only
No,
person
because
who
she doesn't
commented
get on
trying
there.
to block.
She comments on the horror show. She doesn't comment on herself.
No, she commented under her own last week.
No,
It was
fuck, I don't know.
Brittany Lee, maybe Leigh.
No, that's not. Oh no. Okay, I'll tell you later. No, that's not her.
Oh, well, I don't know.
No, you know who she.
No, I don't. This is Stacy.
Okay. Guys, never mind. Inside shit. Anyways.
Yeah, inside jokes. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're at my number 4 then, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so my number 4. It's not exactly a horror movie, but it definitely has a suspense feel.
Uh-huh.
It is actually like one of the only Disney movies that could be considered in the horror genre. And it's one of Betty Davis's last
Yes.
films.
Yes.
And it is quite creepy and just a good movie to watch. It's actually one of my roommate and I's favorite movies to watch together, and that would be 1980's Watcher in the Woods.
Oh, I was thinking something wicked this way coming.
Oh, or Wicked Stepmother? Is that the one you're
Yes, that's it. That's it. Wicked Stepmother. Yeah.
That's really more of a comedy.
No, a Watcher in the Woods is
but
good.
Watcher in the Woods is
Amazing.
absolutely atmospheric.
And that's funny you
It
said that
is
because that's one of
scary.
Cecil's favorite movies.
I saw it in 4th grade.
Mhm.
In summer school because I don't make the grade. So they showed it to us in like summer school, and I watched it, and it was really kind of scary. Like I was really kind of like, oh shit! Like
That came out in the 80s?
It
I
did.
thought
It
that
came
came out
out-
in the 70s.
It came out in 1980.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the ones I
Okay.
told you I had to check,
Okay.
and it
Because it
came
still
out-
had the 70s. I thought it was 70s.
Yeah,
that
because they
would have been
still
on
had
my
the very
countdown.
they had the very like 70s outfits and stuff, and it was released in 1980.
Well, see, that's why I didn't put it on my list because I thought it was 70s.
Yeah, no, see, I had to look. I had to make sure because it's one of my favorite films of all time.
Mhm.
And you know, I'm gay. I gotta love Betty Davis. I have to. It's engraved in
Is
my
your favorite
DNA.
song?
Well, yes, and Betty Davis is my favorite 80s song.
Mhm.
So this movie is so good. This movie is so
It is.
rich with story and rich with suspense. And there are so many moments that you're just like, you have no idea what's going on
Oh, yeah.
and what's going to happen. And it is it builds the suspense.
Oh yeah, it
It's,
does.
you know,
It does.
and I say,
Yeah.
and it's one of those that Disney would rather you forget about.
Yeah,
Because
just
they don't-
like their
They don't want to be
Griffin
known for
movies.
their, you know, their darker side, but this is definitely a movie from the darker side of Disney, and I definitely appreciate it for what it is. And it's
Exactly.
a wonderful film.
It really
it's a
is.
very good one. It's definitely a good one. So we're number.
Well, that was just like I'm just going to shout out to one of my horror films I remember, but there's a horror film that I really love that is not on my countdown because I thought it was made in the 80s, but I told him last when he showed up, I was like, it was made in 91. No, it was 92 or no, it was 92, I think.
92.
That is John Carpenter's Body Parts.
Yeah.
I
Which is a good one.
I love that one. But I thought it was made in the 80s, so last minute I had to go back
Alas.
and yeah.
Alas.
Yeah, so anyways,
So now we're in top three. So let's do our threes, and then we'll do our honorable mentions, and then we'll go to our top twos.
all right, good deal. I'm ready for that. All right, let me get my phone.
Yo.
Let me get. You want to do something sweet for me?
What
You're
would
a
you like me to
sweetheart.
do? Would you like me
Maybe
to?
give me a drink.
Yes.
Yes, because she's my beautiful bartender.
Oh, horror show. That's Cecil, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's totally her chairs. They're fucking squeaky.
Yeah, they are. They're
Yeah,
super
that's her. I got these.
You want to know who's blowing up balloons in the background?
No, that's
No, but you want to so funny, Cecil, that you said it? Guess what I got over here? I have a helium tank.
That is ironic.
for real.
Yeah.
You said that I have a helium tank over here that I save for special occasions.
Well, and that means after we log off.
Horror reviews and helium.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
That
so
would be fun. That would be
go
good
ahead and
for us.
catch up on the comments. I'm gonna go lock the door real quick because it's that time of night.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. OCD horror, is that the one? No,
Yeah.
This is not my first day. I've actually done way more episodes that are viewable at this moment because a couple of them had one of Amanda's wonderfully drunken friends in them.
But they don't exist
At least
anymore.
one should still be viewable, maybe two. But also last night we did a test run as we were setting up our
If
lovely
you go
new.
back on here it is. If you go back
Our
on look for the one where they talk about the actual
Town that Dread
Town
Sundown.
That Dreaded Sundown. And this is Colby. Colby was on that live stream. So
But no, we did I thought it was a good stream last night where we were just testing out our new equipment, and Amanda was a little drunk, so of course took that down too.
yeah. That's her normal state of being. And
It's a little drunk. Oh no, I don't think I've ever seen Amanda as intoxicated as she was last
I
night.
seen her last weekend. We were both slurring. It was pretty bad. We did
Hey.
like maybe 4 or 5
Man.
shots on air.
I've done a lot of Whippets
So-
OCD horror. I mean, it's kind of fun, although probably horrible.
Oh, it's bad
Box and
for you.
deprivation.
It's bad for you, but if you can't
Oh.
live a little, why try? So
Let's see. What you guys got some questions while we're just in
Yeah.
a little lull here? What do you got? Want to hear something other than wanting to know who's stretching a balloon in the background?
it's this damn chair.
Yeah.
Aaron, that's probably a little bit better.
What did she do that warranted the takedown? Nothing really. I mean, she was a little drunk, but she
This
didn't do
was-
anything
okay.
belligerent. But it was partially because it was literally
Going
just
back,
supposed to test.
It was in
A lot
our
of things.
okay. Going back in the videos that y'all did in the beginning, it was at the very beginning of Channel Sundown when we were trying. She was trying to kind of get a groove and trying to get some of the, some of the videos just didn't work out the way that we wanted them to, so they don't exist anymore.
Sandra said last night was rough, but it was okay. I mean, I did great, right? No, Amanda did great too. She just it was a short thing, and we literally made up topics on while the video was
I
loading.
didn't even get to watch. I haven't even watched it yet. I was in a play last night, so I was.
Why were you?
One that I wrote. I
One that you wrote.
Yeah. See, Colby doesn't really know that much about me. We've just actually met in person for the first time.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to find my glasses.
You're all good. I write and perform murder mystery dinner theater for a living. That's
No,
what
if y'all
I do.
talking, just
No, come on back.
What was it?
He was just asking me what show I was doing last night. I was like, it's one that I wrote. I write and perform these murder mysteries. Go ahead. I write and perform these murder mysteries
Mm-hmm.
like for dinner theater. That's my job. That's
Oh,
my actual
so
job. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's a really cool.
I've got a lot of more than one of my exes have been actresses, and they're always nuts. But I think it's already part of the reason I love them.
Well, you can't be into acting and not be a little bit off outside the box.
My giant wine, dude, it's not giant. It's really tiny. But look,
It's got
high heels on it. I mean, does he have a foot
Hold down the
fetish?
fort, baby.
The world may never know, but yes, he does. See, look at that. Well, you're not going to be in the video, and all of a sudden I'm the only one.
I'm right here.
And then there was one. I do have a question for you guys. The chair's killing you, I know. While I've got you guys on here,
I moved mine off
I'm
of
going
the.
to be doing some book reviews soon, and I need suggestions. Fuego suggested Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which I hate that I've already seen the movie and did not know that it was even a book to begin with, but I will totally do a review on that. And I was thinking about doing John Dies at the End and or This Book is Full of Spiders, but what books do you guys have to suggest? That would be some good input. Hey, we're back up to 9 viewers. Look at that.
Oh,
I've got to say, the minute we started this stream,
we had a few people.
Darren Sean Saga, I've not heard of that. It looked large. You know, OCD Horror, one thing that I didn't like about us testing this equipment last night is that we didn't actually see who was. I've read Dean Koontz' Phantom Fuego. I have maybe somewhat of a unique opinion on Dean Koontz.
Phantoms is my favorite Dean Koontz book. It's so good.
And Bird Box, yeah.
And the movie is. Are you talking about the movie with Liev Schreiber? Amazing.
Bring it back.
Can we turn some air on?
I gotta get back to the couch, y'all.
Yes.
The chair's uncomfortable and whatnot.
It's time for Colby to go. Yes, go back behind the camera, Colby.
Yeah.
Go back.
All right, guys.
I screenshotted all of you guys' book suggestions, by the way, and I will definitely take all of them into consideration.
All right, sorry, guys.
Awesome.
Sandra, I
I had to find my
spend-
glasses because I couldn't read anything.
Right.
Sandra, I could spend.
Now, Gino
a
did send me a
week
little
reviewing
personal
that
message. He
series.
said he would like us to monitor the chats a little bit more. So I'm going to keep my
Yeah.
phone with me just to kind of like also look
Oh, well.
in case there's any
Well, he's
answers,
kinda-
any
yeah.
questions that I want to answer personally, or
Okay.
There's not
I
many
think Amanda
questions
might
as part of the
want
problem.
Well, Colby's still new to the monitoring comments, guys.
y'all got to
so-
give him a chance.
Yeah, just give him
You
a chance.
have to give him a
He's still-
chance.
But anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and we'll go to.
So we're at our number 3s.
Yes.
And I'm
And
upside down.
so I guess we're gonna run through these, guys. Just for guys, we're gonna run through these real quick.
And then we'll chat back with you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and how many who's watching still?
We're at 7 viewers.
No, I know that. I'm just saying. I'm just
I'll
because
just
some of
give
these.
some shout outs. Let us know
somebody's-
who's there.
Yeah, because some of these films relate to a lot of people that they're watching. So
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, so I had Motel Hell to my number 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And wait, did you do your number 4?
No.
How did I jump into? Because I did my number 5 was The Fly.
Wow.
Did I jump into my?
Oh,
number
you did
4?
your 4, so it's my number. It's my turn for
What
number
was
4.
your number 4?
My number 4, I haven't said yet.
But you should have.
I
Did I
did.
just jump into my number 4 without letting you do your number 4? Because you should have gone before
Well,
me.
I'll just do my number 4.
Okay, do it.
My number 4 is going to be 1986's From Beyond.
From
H.P.
Beyond.
Lovecraft's From Beyond.
Okay. All right, I can get behind it.
Yes, this movie is. A lot of people don't give this movie a lot of love. A lot of people give Reanimator a lot of love, but a lot of people forget From Beyond.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
didn't that one come out before Reanimator? And like
Yes.
basically it's almost the same hippie.
It kind of is.
It's
but
got a
it's-
lot of similarities.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it has the star and everything. But the thing about it is, it's so different from Reanimator because it has a lot of hypnotic kind of, because when it's about this guy, and forgive me guys, it's been a while since I've seen it. Like I said, if I say this from when I saw it, it had to do with the scientist who did a lot of experiments,
Right.
and he died, and the assistant went to the mental hospital. They were like, oh, he's died. They come back, and shit ensues from there. So a lot of creature effects. That was actually going to be my body horror countdown.
Okay.
but I decided not to because I loved it so much. I wanted to put it on this countdown, so I left it off the body horror countdown.
Okay.
But this film is something else. Like they have things that grow from the forehead, and they see a lot of shapes and knots. But it's a good film. H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond is my. I'm not gonna elaborate just because we want to go through really fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond.
All right. So since we got off track somehow, why
Mhm.
don't you give us your number 3, and then
Okay.
I'll give you my number 3, and then we'll do our honorable mentions,
All right, good deal.
and then we'll go to our top 2.
All right, my number 3 is gonna be 1988. Bill Pullman's. He stars The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Of course, you can't have a list like this without putting Serpent and the Rainbow on it. It is
Amazing film.
a beautiful film.
Amazing.
Cinematically, like cinematographically, it's beautiful.
And it's scarier than most zombie films because
Yes.
they actually take the folklore. And I think I actually talked about this in the podcast on the horror show.
I believe we've talked about it as well,
exactly.
too.
It's very, and the ending is just so shocking.
Yes.
And so like upset. What the hell is going on here? Sorry,
It's not
guys.
me.
I hear
I'm ovulating.
Oh, you're ovulating?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes,
but
my
something
eggs
is-
are ready.
What the hell? Hold on. Oh, that's my phone going off. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that was really
I'm
embarrassing.
fertile.
That's embarrassing. But no,
Who
Serpent
wants
and
to
the
come hang
Rainbow. You're going there.
This is
But
the
yeah,
only
Serpent-
time. Let's do it.
Yeah, The Serpent and the Rainbow is one of my favorite films. The ending is I just like how they take the actual lore of zombie.
Yeah.
And because that's where
It
George A. Romero
turns it on its ear a
well,
little
because
bit.
that's where the idea from George A. Romero came from is the
Mhm.
actual practice of zombieism.
Yes, the Haitian
Mhm.
voodoo.
Yeah, because
Yes.
what basically it's about this guy who goes to Haiti to explore these hypnotic drugs that he's working on, and it kind of turns on his head. And it's one of those films you have to really watch to get because we're making this countdown for you guys to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to spoil anything, so we want you guys to watch them.
Absolutely.
But Serpent and the Rainbow is amazing.
Very good
Wes Craven's Serpent and the Rainbow. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out.
All right, so my number 3, a little bit more mainstream than.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, Serpent and the Rainbow is definitely.
Yeah, it is mainstream, but a lot of people haven't given it a chance.
But this falls in with classic slashers from the 80s
Mhm.
because it is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors.
Yes.
If you have a chance to see any of this series, watch that one.
Mhm.
Number 1 and number 3 could be 2 standalone films with no other sequels, and I would be okay with that because those are, the continuing story basically. Like you could have gotten rid of number 2 and just put number 3 right after it, and that could have been the sequel to me. Seeing what happened to Nancy and her father and everything, and it's just, I think it's the most well done. It had a bigger budget. It had a little more of a better cast, and their effects are amazing. The kills are fantastic.
Like I said, honestly, you need to watch 3 and 4 together, in my opinion, since they link up.
They do link up, but I always had a little bit of a problem because it was sort of for me, it's
Hi, Ariel. I'm sorry. Hi, Ariel. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this while I remember.
That's
Hi,
all right. I'm just
Ariel.
gonna look like this until you're done.
Well, she's
Hi,
saying
Ariel.
Hi to you.
Hello, Ariel.
That's why I interrupted because you know how many comments we get, and she said hi, guys, and I wanted to tell you that she's saying hi
sweetheart.
to you.
No, we're good. I'm just giving her shit.
Yeah, I know she always does that.
So number 4, my issue, and I call it the soap opera problem. My issue is I get invested in an actor playing a certain role, and then you switch out the actor but keep the character, and then it bothers me because they don't even play it the same way. So as much as I love Tuesday Night in number 4 as Kristen, I will always be a Patricia Arquette fan in that role. She originated the role. That's what I expected. And when I saw Tuesday Night playing that role, I was like, who is this moon-faced girl trying to be Kristen Parker? Like, who is this girl? But she did a good job. I just didn't appreciate it at the time. Later. But I call that the soap opera problem because you get so used to one person and, one character looking the way that they look, and then they put a whole new person there. So yeah. Number 3, I agree with you, Fuego. 3 and 4 are connected, and you should watch the 2 of them. But I love 1 and 3 because to me they're more connected. Because you've got Nancy in both. So we are to our honorable mentions, my dear.
Yes. The honorable mentions. Okay. Let me pull this out real quick. I need you to keep up with some of your comments.
I got it.
Okay.
I got this.
All right. Good deal. All right. So we're on my number 2. Okay. My number 2 is going to be 1981's The Burning. Okay. That is a movie that y'all need to see. It's a slasher film that surprisingly a lot of people haven't seen.
I love The Burning.
I love The Burning. I think it was better than I thought it was better than Friday the 13th.
It is a good one.
It is way better.
It is definitely on par.
Yeah, and it has such a long cast. You have Jason Alexander. You have Chuck from
Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember the show Early Edition.
Yeah.
But Chuck from Early Edition is in it, and then the geek from Fast Times at Rosemont High's in it too. So yeah, so that's like the perfect film.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then Jason Alexander before.
Now, Fuego,
Seinfeld.
going back, Fuego
Mhm.
says part 4 of Nightmare is the most underrated of the series,
Mhm.
and I will agree with you on there only because Nightmare 4 has the best, in my opinion, kills of the entire series.
Mhm.
It's the most creative kills. It has an actually really good lore in behind it, in with the story,
Mhm.
and the actors give it their best shot. It lacked a little something. I think the director just needed a little bit more seasoning.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I will agree with you on that. I will definitely agree with you on that one.
Good deal.
Number 4 is definitely a really good one, and he says yes. Wet dream.
All right, good deal. That sounds awesome, dude. Okay, cool. So I was on my number 2. Did you say your number 2, sweetheart?
Wait, did you do your number 2 or did you do your honorable mention?
No, that was my number 2.
All right, well then I guess I'll do my number 2, which
Mhm.
we talked about earlier.
Yes.
It is a horror comedy film starring a very young Jim Carrey. Actually, excuse me, in the credits, he's James Carey.
Yes, that's what I said.
James Carey.
This was on my nostalgia countdown.
This is such a good film.
It
And
really is.
I guess it really, since it's about vampires, it falls under the horror category, but it is horror comedy, definitely.
And it has the guy from Blazing Saddles.
It has the sheriff from Blazing Saddles
Yes.
as the gay vampire.
Yes.
It is what is the woman's name?
I know
Laura
her name.
Bacall.
Laura Bacall, yes.
It is Once Bitten, which is one of my all-time, this is one of my go-to. I can turn it on and clean the
Yes.
house.
Exactly.
Of course, whenever they do the songs, I have to stop and
Yeah,
dance
it
to
is.
them. It's like watching Girls Just Want to Have Fun
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and they do the Orbital Bebop song.
Yeah.
You have to stop and dance to it.
Uh-huh.
Slow. Quick, slow. It's that. They do Once Bitten and you're totally like, oh, gotta stop. Or when they're at the school dance and they do Hands Off.
Hands off! Yeah,
Hands
yes.
off.
And he's
Yes.
like, and then they fucking battle it out.
Yes,
And James
there's so many great things
Yes.
about this film.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
It is.
There are some inappropriate moments for today's cultural.
Baby!
Oh no, the whole thing where they
I'm not a
have to
virgin
check,
anymore.
where they have to check
Yeah.
for his bites in the shower, and they're like, it's like a prison rape scene. There are some things that probably wouldn't pass.
And then
today's
ending in a
culture.
coffin. He's not a virgin anymore.
I mean, but it's such a quintessential 80s film.
Exactly.
You gotta see it. It's a good
Yes.
one. If you've never seen it, take the time. Find
Exactly.
it. It's
Yes.
a good one. So honorable mentions, my dear.
All right, my honorable mentions are going to be like, all right, Colby, how's the comments going?
Pretty good. Yeah, sorry, caught me off guard there. The last choice of Matt's was definitely a big hit. OCD Horror says Cecil, they ran out of money before Rick's kill. Anthony says no money to kill Rick in part 4, so they rushed it in production. Rick was meant to die in the elevator, says OCD Horror. Probably. So.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was.
definitely
And then they had that weird like karate scene instead because they could do it without the budget because Freddy's invisible in it. So
Yeah.
Like they could do it on a lower budget.
Exactly.
Anthony says it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sam Power says I think I might have seen it. I mean, come on, man.
It is. It's
might
Jim
remember.
If you
Carrey.
haven't seen Once Bitten is
I have the DVD if I could go back there.
it's about an older vampire woman. Who,
James Carrey's in high school. He's high school.
Yes, he's a high school student. But anyway, she is basically the whole premise with her is that she every Halloween or every like so many years on Halloween, she has to drink blood from a virgin 3 times before midnight on Halloween. And so that she can retain her youth and beauty. So she can be hot, basically. And it's the 80s in LA.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find a virgin.
But it's
At this
not Jim Carrey though that's playing the part. It's James Carrey.
Yes.
So he's not playing the
It's
quintessential
actually
Jim Carrey.
is it his first film?
No, his first
It's
film
one
was
of his-
Peggy Sue Got Married.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Peggy Sue
It's
Got Married.
one of his very early
Yeah.
films, so he's not really, he's not the comedy powerhouse
Yeah,
that
he's
he is
not.
today.
He's just like
What's
played
up,
it
dude?
straight. What's up?
Since you guys are so passionate about that, Ariel had a good suggestion. She
Mhm.
said you guys should review Once Bitten on Valentine's Day.
Actually, Ariel, that you said, we actually have February. We have a whole schedule lined up. We're doing all love, and you'll check it out. You'll
Love
check it
and
out.
horror.
You'll love it.
We're gonna
Love
have a
and
good
horror.
time. Yeah.
We have a couple episodes that you'd be live. We have best couples, best dysfunctional couples. We have best love song,
Mm-hmm.
love horror films.
We got some good ones.
Yeah, we have
We've got some
ones
good
lined up.
ones. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Got a question. Sandra says, was Once Bitten made in the Living Color days?
No, it was
No,
before.
before.
Living.
Was
Before.
it? Really?
Right before.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
before.
Once Bitten is the movie that got him. That and
Hey.
Earth Girls Are Easy are
Yes.
the movies that got him
Yes,
discovered.
Earth Girls
because
Are Easy.
Earth Girls Are Easy he did with Damon Wayans.
Mhm.
Damon Wayans
Yeah, was
got
the
onto
producer-
In
yeah,
Living Color.
because his
and
brother produced it,
because
yeah.
his brother was producing it
Well-
and was like, hey man, we're doing this project.
Yeah, if y'all get a chance, I have a countdown on my channel called Top 10 Nostalgia Films, and I have Earth Girls Are Easy on my countdown, and that film was everything.
We
It was
have
everything.
a new viewer to say hi to you guys, Matt Race.
No,
What's up,
he
Matt?
is not new. Hey,
Well, no,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
done.
new,
Matt is not new. Hey, Matt.
new to tonight.
Oh, I thought you meant new.
No.
No, Matt knows who I am.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt?
What's up?
We sit at the
Um,
cool table, don't we, brah?
Right.
OCD Horror says, Fuego, you say that as if it's relevant. Cecil wants to ignore you and talk about Rick. That's what we're doing. Ariel says, when I saw the trailer for season 2 of Stranger Things, everyone in the show are celebrating Halloween. I don't remember the relevance of that.
Hi,
Oh,
Sam.
But
Okay, so
You're
back to what Fuego is saying. What they're saying is they're trying to go over what Fuego is saying because of what he's talking about. Fuego's talking about the Roach transformation in Nightmare on Elm Street number
that is what he's
4.
talking about.
okay.
And I will say this, and you've heard me say this before. That is my favorite kill in any of the Nightmare films. That is my favorite kill because it is the most creative, it is the most cringeworthy, and it stars one of my favorite actresses who was on Just the 10 of Us with Heather Langenkamp as her sister.
That's your bitch.
Yeah, so, and that's my bitch. So,
By the way, guess what I downloaded on my TV?
what did you download? What?
The ex-girlfriend movie.
Oh, my
crazy ex-girlfriend.
My super ex-girlfriend?
No,
No.
not
Oh, the show, the crazy
no.
ex-girlfriend.
No, the
show,
movie. You
like,
told me I'm drunk right now, so I'm trying to remember.
Ex-girlfriend or girlfriend from
Ex-girlfriend,
hell?
girlfriend for hell.
Girlfriend
Yeah, I
from hell.
downloaded it.
Oh god, you
I
can watch
downloaded
that on
it.
YouTube, girl.
Oh, no, I downloaded it from YouTube. on my
Oh,
TV.
okay,
Yeah,
cool,
So
yes.
that like we
Have
lose
you not
Wi-Fi. We
seen
still
it yet?
No, I watched it.
Oh, did you? What'd you think? It's terrible, isn't it? But it's fun.
It's really
OCD
funny.
It's
We're
really
just-
funny.
Well, I had my girlfriend Fright Night in it, so I was all
Tina's
cool
death
with
had
it.
such weight. Roach Kill was probably the most creative. Okay, yeah, Tina's death for the first death of the Nightmare series. Hell yeah, great death. But if we're gonna go creative, turn me into a roach
Right?
and crush me in a roach motel? Yeah, that's pretty damn creative.
This is off a horror topic, but guys, I want to tell y'all something real quick. Y'all are like, Amanda's wig is like, because
Yeah.
I'm wearing a wig right now. But y'all know this is actually my natural hair color.
Yes. Yes,
And
it
I'm
is.
thinking about going back blonde. What do y'all think?
I don't see a problem with it.
Well,
And
you
yes,
met
they
me when
got-
I was blonde.
The reason we love Welcome to Primetime is because it was such an iconic line. And yes, it was a great kill where he pulls her into the TV, but Welcome to Primetime, bitch, was basically like the line that everybody said in connection to Freddy Krueger.
Well, hold on a
So
second. Let me check behind you real quick.
All right. he literally cut me off to read the exact comment I was reading. Oh, fuck you.
All right, let me just make sure this is working still.
Yes, the
Okay,
TV
so
kill
what-
is great. I didn't say it was the best kill. I said number 4, the roach kill, is my favorite kill. Just because I know if I was to be killed in a Nightmare series, that's how you would terrify me the most.
Exactly.
I don't like roaches. Do you like roaches? Okay, so that would terrify me the most. That would terrify me a whole lot.
I
more
like
than
roaches
pulling
in
me
Joe's
into a
apartment.
television. Even though I thought the television.
I like
is-
roaches in Joe's apartment.
Yeah, well, you know. But even the television kill is iconic and it is amazing.
Do
But
you think you can handle a mini shot right now?
yeah, I can totally.
All right, let's do that.
Totally. I got you. It's all good, bro. Yes, Black
Wait,
Panther is brilliant. So we're gonna keep on moving. Did you do your
No, I did not
honorable
do my
mentions
honorable
yet?
mentions.
Do your honorable mentions so we can start talking to these people.
Okay. Yeah, because where am I? Oh, there's right here. Because we had a monitor, but I don't know where he went to.
Yes, where her elbow split on OCD horror.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. That's the beginning of the end. Like you're like, oh. Fuck,
All right.
what's about
Well,
to happen?
I have 2 honorable mentions, and one of these I'm really disappointed that I didn't put on my list, but I thought it was gonna be on your list, so I put it on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
But I have 2 honorable mentions, and that is Zombie 2: Dead Among Us.
See, I don't know that. That's probably why it's not on my list.
Oh my god. It's an Italian film. Okay, you probably don't know the film, but you know the scene, the iconic scene where the girl's pushing her head on a nail?
No.
There's like a long nail, they push in the head. It's
No,
very
because if I ever
iconic.
saw that, I probably would turn it off. You
Well,
know how I
anyways,
feel about
I know,
that.
yeah.
You know
But
how I
anyways,
feel about
that's that. And then my number 2 honorable mention, it should be on my countdown. I'm really disappointed that it's not, but it is Prince of Darkness.
Good one. Very,
Donald
very good.
Pleasance,
Mhm.
Victor Wong, and of course, the scum of the earth, Alice Cooper.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it's about these people that
Who is
like
my
this
birth
race.
mother's favorite musical artist, by the way.
Yes.
So shout out to Bonnie if you're watching.
Well, it's so funny because I took my mom to go see Dark Shadows. By the way, Dark Shadows got a lot of fucking hate, but I actually enjoyed it.
I had a good time. I mean, you have to. It did get a lot of hate, and what my problem with it was, not with the movie itself, but with the people that were hating on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you guys remember the show?
It was very
Like,
campy.
The
It was
show
such a
was
soap
so-
opera.
Yes, the show was so silly.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, even though it was trying to take itself seriously,
It was so
you
silly.
really couldn't.
But
And so
yeah.
I thought the movie did that brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I took my mom to go see it because my mom loved the soap opera when she was young. I took my mom to go see it. And if you see, y'all can't see this right now, but look on the corner. You see what I have hanging up?
Oh, girl, I can't see that far.
See the
Kaiser?
LP right there, Alice Cooper?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have all of Alice Cooper's records. And
Nice.
my mom, I took my mom to go see Dark Shadows. And it was so funny when Alice Cooper showed up, my mom started dancing in the middle of the theater. She goes, honey, this is my shit.
Right.
And I was like, Mom, stop. You don't cuss.
say that.
No, because my mom
Don't do
doesn't
that,
cuss.
Mom.
My mom doesn't cuss, so when she does, it's really cute.
Right.
But she was sitting there, she was like, yes, honey. And when they played Season of the Witch by Donovan, Donovan's my favorite. Donovan. Season of the Witch started playing, and my mom was like, yeah, you can dance to Donovan. I'm going to dance to my Alice Cooper.
Nice.
But anyways, yeah, but that being said, Prince of Darkness is one of my honorable mentions. Donald Pleasant, Victor Wong, It's about this priest who finds some slime. Anyways, y'all watch it. It's amazing.
Totally
Yeah,
off topic,
amazing.
but Fuego mentioned Entire History of You on Black Mirror. The episode, The Entire History of You, is his favorite of the series. Very good one.
Why are we talking about that?
They're talking about Netflix series. They're having their own
Oh,
conversation.
okay. Oh, well,
So-
that was our conversation. So I want to hear your honorable mentions.
Okay, so my honorable mentions are My Best Friend's a Vampire.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's what I told you.
We were talking earlier, and I was like, there's a couple of 80s comedy vampire
That's a
films
good
on
film,
my
though.
list. It's so much fun.
It really is. It's
And
so-
like the
it's
whole
PG.
yeah,
but
it
it's
is, but
cute.
it's a fun little movie. The whole tuba in the
Mhm.
shower kind of
Yes.
thing, like it's a fun little movie, and I enjoyed it. Like I always had fun watching it. So I don't know. So then, of course, we've talked about this on some other lists, but definitely The Night of the Comet. Night of the Comet is definitely one of my honorable mentions. It's definitely a must-see if you've never seen it. Give it a chance. It lags in some places, but it's a
Yeah.
good one. It's definitely
No,
creepy.
it does take time. But as soon as they hit it and you see the
Yeah.
shades, I'm just going to say the shades. When it gets to the shades, that's when it
Yeah.
goes up.
And then this is a very little-known, terribly made B movie that I actually briefly mentioned in my sorority Babes in the Slime Bubble Rama review. It's The Nightmare Sisters, and it's actually the movie that they made right after Sorority Babes.
Okay.
Same people, same actresses, and it's a sorority movie as well, but it's about a sorority that sells their souls to the devil. And it's actually really cheesy
I'm sorry,
and
guys.
really bad.
I don't want to interrupt, but y'all give me a moment. I'm trying to keep
She
up with all
lives
these
to interrupt
comments.
me.
No, I'm just trying to keep up with the comments right now
I got you.
because our person. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Okay. So Nightmare Sisters, which has the same three actresses, and I mentioned them before, Linnea Quigley, and I can't think of the other two ladies' names right now, but the three of them that were all in Sorority Sisters, Sorority Babes, in the
Yeah.
Slime Bubble Rama, are also in Nightmare Sisters, and it's very low budget,
Matt
very,
Reyes, Raw Rex.
very
Yes.
very silly, but it's a lot of fun. So that's in my honorable mentions as well. So are we ready for our number one?
Yes, we are. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep up with some of these comments. Hold on. I'm trying to. There's a lot that I kind of missed because that's why I got my.
Well, let's do our number ones, and then we'll scroll back and we'll
Okay. All right.
we'll catch up.
But
on
y'all
all
had
of
Matt Rawhead Rex. Yes, I love that movie.
That was mentioned last.
Yeah,
week.
that was on my creature
That was on your
feature.
creature
yeah.
feature last week.
Countdown. Yeah. So okay, all right, good deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and where's my phone? I've been going back and forth. Where did
I don't
put
know
my
where your
phone?
phone's at.
I know.
You've been grabbing my phone.
I know because I've been trying to read the comments.
Is that it?
Oh, it's right. No, it's right here. I'm sorry. I've been trying to grab phones and do comments. And
Yes,
stuff.
Tales from the Crypt. Everybody, fucking phenomenal.
Okay,
I
now we're doing
absolutely
our
love that
number
show.
one. Okay, my number one. Are you doing your number one or
You
my
do
number?
yours first. I'll do
Okay,
mine
my
next.
number one is gonna be 1983's Catherine Delevingne, Susan Sarandon, and David Bowie. That's gonna be The Hunger.
Very good. Very good choice. Love it. Yes. Yes. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
That is one of my favorite movies.
I
I
hope-
saw that movie on cable late night one day, and I was really young. And the beginning scene, oh my god, it is terrifying.
Yeah, it's not.
It is so
It's not for the
terrifying.
faint of heart.
It's
definitely-
like the club music's going. It's oh god, it's a great movie. The ending
Wow.
is fabulous. Susan Sarandon, just oh my god, this movie, The Hunger. If you guys have not seen it, watch it. It's What's up?
First of
Colby?
all, have we said hi to Riley yet?
no, because we didn't.
Riley?
Hi, Riley.
Just
Hi,
popped up.
Riley.
I knew he's watching
Uh,
because I'm sitting there texting him.
Oh, okay.
He straight up says that he has literally never met anyone who likes Rawhead Rex.
I love Rawhead Rex. Oh, is that who I was talking to? Rawhead Rex is my.
No,
favorite.
it was someone else who mentioned it to begin with.
Oh,
he said he's literally.
Well, that was
never-
on my creature.
I
Feature channel.
actually have
Yeah.
yet to see it. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's on my
I-
TV. We'll watch it.
We'll watch
That's
it.
Creature
I-
Feature.
I
Watch
actually
our
have never
Creature
seen
Feature.
it.
You guys watch our top 10 creature feature countdown. I talk about it more, so I don't want to talk about it now because we're talking about number ones. My number one is going to be The
Of
Hunger.
course you love it. You love all that gory torture porn stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's all good. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know anything about it. But I am going to be watching it very
Yeah.
soon. So my number one. Okay, Anthony, calm down. Is what you were laughing
Oh,
at?
yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony, great input.
So my number one, Fuego, I hope you're watching because you better agree with me.
He is.
My number one, if you've never seen this movie, what's wrong with you? You're living under a rock. And it's a 1980s movie that is just iconic. And one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my life would be Pet Sematary.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. That's
I think Hunger is better, but okay.
Well, Hunger is better. I didn't say that it's the best. Remember, we've
I know. I was just messing with you, but you know that.
But Pet Sematary is one of the best horror movies of the 80s, especially in the atmosphere. The way it is done in the film to give you just that unsettling, skin crawly kind of feel. It is done so well. And I do know it is about to be remade. I am so sick to my stomach about that. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But
did you hear what Fuego put on his live stream or his new video today that I heard that you would appreciate?
I haven't seen it yet.
You read Stephen King, so
Yes.
you would appreciate this.
Yes.
They just you remember the movie Hush?
Yes.
And Ouija, the Origin of Evil. The director Mike Hallahan. Anyways, he's directing the Shining sequel.
Okay.
The book. I'm drunk right now.
Dr. Sleep?
Dr. Sleep. He's
Okay.
directing that.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. But yeah, Mike Flanagan. Thank you, Riley. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Pet Sematary 2. Okay. It's not bad. But it's not endorsed by Stephen King. Like it's not great. But it's not bad. I mean, no, it's bad. It's kind of bad.
I do have to share something that I saw Fuego posted. There is a new audiobook for Pet Sematary that's read by Michael C. Hall, who is the main character of Dexter. So I'm not big into audiobooks, but I thought that was awesome that the actor that played one of my favorite characters in a TV show is reading a Stephen King book.
Hey, Colby.
Hey,
you want to come on camera a second and talk to them? Because everybody's asking you questions. How about you come on stream real quick and answer your questions? All right.
I can do that.
Yeah, come here. We're going to take a break, guys.
Yeah, we're going to take 5 minutes.
Oh, both
we're
of them?
We're going to let Colby here field some questions, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Because we need a break because we've been on for a
I
while.
understand. I've been able to sneak off for a cigarette and you guys haven't. So
yeah. So,
I understand.
And everybody's been asking you questions, so.
But I have my phone, so I can be commenting as well.
But everybody, the only reason I'm doing this because everybody keeps asking him questions, and I'm kind of like, I can't answer his questions. I'm just saying because I can't answer his questions.
All the comments have been very. For one, they've been coming in like crazy.
Guys, this is what happens
very
with live
off topic
streams.
a lot.
There's a lot of off-topic. People
Well, and
have
that's
their own
great.
conversation.
It's just hard to keep up with.
I totally condone that. Like, let's,
no, we do.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep up with.
Yes, Ariel, I love Pet Sematary. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Anthony, I'm not yet, but I'm kind of trying to be.
Right.
I'm working on it. Pet Sematary remake is being directed by the Starry Eyes directors. Oh, that is awesome. I did not know that.
I am excited to see what they're going to do with it.
I don't even know how I ended up watching Starry Eyes, but I was pretty impressed with it.
That's a really good film.
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
What?
I said Starry Eyes is fantastic. That's a great
Yes,
film.
it is. It is a very good film. All right, be right back, guys.
Colby, what is your favorite horror movie? Man, while I try and think of a more serious answer, I know a lot of people consider fucking Willy Wonka to be a horror movie because apparently people find that shit terrifying. And that's probably my all-time favorite movie. But seriously, favorite horror movie. Man, I don't know that I can pick one. It's a lot. I mean, do you have a more specific category maybe? I don't know. Do you think they'll find a good gauge crew for the remake? You must be Colby. I'm Ariel. Hey, Ariel. I am Colby. I've been chilling back on the couch here. You know. Really though, OCD Horror, are you still there? Is OCD Horror still here? If you are still here, you blatantly said only listen to your suggestion. I just took a screenshot of everyone's book suggestions because there were a whole lot of them on the screen at the moment. But what was your suggestion? And if there's anyone else who didn't suggest a book for me to review, please do. I'd like to do multiple book reviews on here on Channel Sundown's channel, and definitely need suggestions, preferably for things I haven't read. Yeah, there you are, OCD. So what was your suggestion? I can't remember. Since I'm not getting micromanaged at the moment, OCD. Anyone like Downside with William H. Mock? I've not heard that. Downside. No, maybe I have. Doesn't ring a bell, though. Bird Box by Josh Mallerman. I'll be reviewing it myself. It was not terrible. Anthony says, if you could sleep with any celebrity, who would it be? Call you man. I know it's pretty cliche, but if I could sleep with any celebrity, it's really a toss-up between Jennifer Aniston and Lindsay Sterling. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard. Jennifer Aniston is just sort of a timeless beauty. I mean, the woman is... I thought she was like 50, but it turns out she's actually like 44 or something. Lindsay Sterling, though, plays violin, which I also play, and does it just beautifully. Which film freaked me out the most? I don't know, Sandra, about freaked me out the most, but one film that surprisingly is one of the only horror movies that made me actually jump and be startled was, like I talked about last night, The Ring. That movie actually... I mean, it made me jump up out of my seat. It gave me a shock. Surprising. Ironically, it turned out that while I was sitting there watching that movie in theaters, my house burned down, and it came out on Friday the 13th. So, you know, maybe there was a subconscious thing there about, oh shit, my violin's burning up. I don't know. Are we really at 10 viewers? That's amazing. You should maybe review Annihilation 2, since the film comes out next month. It's under 200 pages, so a quick read. Yeah, Lindsay Sterling, Fuego. If you don't know who Lindsay Sterling is, I mean, I realize you're into the heavy metal, and I can be too, but she's a violinist who was on some, I don't know, Mary's Got Talent or some show like that, and she actually lost, but she dances and plays the violin, and she's super sexy, and I think that her religion is one of those that allows for multiple husbands, so maybe if she gets married before I meet her, I still have a shot. Although I'm not good at sharing. I don't know. Let's see. Ramsey Campbell. I see. I got to screenshot all these book suggestions. Definitely. OCD Horror. 200 pages. That's below. A quick read is an understatement. I can read that in a couple hours. I will definitely check it out. Anthony, the Hostel movies. I've only seen the first one. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it really lacked It lacked depth, but it was just sort of a good horror jump in your face kind of movie. I did think that. Darren Sean, that's the one you suggest. Oh, that's one somebody else suggested. Sean Saga. I'll have to check that out as well. Got a little lost. Apologize. Yeah, Annihilation. Who wrote Annihilation, Fuego? I'm not familiar with that. Oh, yeah. You are familiar. She did the Zelda covers. To be honest, her little video game song covers, while it definitely works to a certain fan base, they were great, but definitely not my favorite things by her. As crazy as it is, I really liked her weird little dubstep videos. I think she did like 3 of them. But I think Roundtable Rival, definitely the best one I've seen her do. And, I mean, God, she looks sexy as could be in it. Oh, Mormon. Wait. Mormons have multiple husbands? Maybe not. Colby, which of the two would you binge watch? Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street? I would definitely go with Friday the 13th. I really think that Nightmare on Elm Street is a better theory, a better concept, we'll say. I mean, entering the dreams, killing them through that, brilliant. But the Friday the 13th movies are definitely my favorite over the two, period, whether it's just binge watching them or not. I mean, the whole Voorhees family, it's definitely good horror quality. Cult of Chucky, love or hate it. I mean, honestly, I've seen all the Chucky movies, but the Cult of Chucky, I mean, are you referring to all the movies as a whole, or is there a Cult of Chucky movie? I can't even remember. I really hated The Bride of Chucky. I liked the Chucky movies. They were great. They were creepy. You've got an inanimate doll that's killing people, but what do you think of the Cult of Chucky?
Okay.
Matt?
All right. So me and one of my best friends are very at odds with this movie. Okay, my friend Riley, who's actually watching, we are at odds with this movie because he loves it, but this is what I was expecting with it being Cult of Chucky. And I've talked about this before on the live channel. My issue with it was it's called the Cult of Chucky. I had a problem with it being like, let's just find a new voodoo spell that lets him be in all the dolls. And that bothered me. I thought it would be better if it were followers of Chucky, of Charles Lee Ray, that were putting their own souls into Chucky dolls to be other murderers as well, to help him with his cause, kind of thing. Like a cult. Followers.
Yeah.
Actual followers. You can't really call it a Cult of Chucky without having followers. So that was kind of where I feel, how I feel about that movie. It's not a bad movie. Voodoo for Dummies, laugh out loud, so stupid. Well, that was introduced in Bride of Chucky, and it was actually pretty creative when they did it. But then it was like every time they want to change something up about the mythos of that movie, of that series, they go to the voodoo and they're like, "Oh, here's another spell," and and it feels like a cop out.
Yeah,
it feels like.
And in the first movies, it was a minor factor. I mean, it was the reason that Chucky came to be, but it wasn't like they just kept coming back to it. Somebody said OCD Horror. Alex Garland wrote and directed the film adaptation of Annihilation. Did not know that. I had not heard of it, but I will definitely check it out. Matt Rays, what's your favorite horribly good horror series? Leprechaun, Wishmaster. Ironically, you fucking nailed it. Leprechaun. If I thought about it a while, I may come up with another one, but Leprechaun is definitely up there in like just the great B movies of horror movies.
Wishmaster's good, but for me, it's gonna be Witchboard.
I haven't even seen that.
Witchboard. The Witchboard series. Yes. The Witchboard series actually is very cheesy, but scared me to death. Like, terribly. Like, very, very. Yes, Leprechaun 3 in Vegas is an awesome film. I agree with you on that.
It's not a series, but I surprisingly have never mentioned on this channel Shrooms. That's a wonderfully horrible horror movie. Am I right? I mean, please tell me you guys express the same dislike and yet love for Shrooms that I do. It was so bad, but it was good. And I mean, I do have a tattoo of a mushroom on my neck, so they're obviously got all of the mushrooms. Anthony says you're awesome, Maddie.
Thank you. I'm getting my lips redone.
He's getting his lips redone. So, Fuego, I can't remember if I have any, all the viewers really, I can't remember if I ever discussed with Fuego the Anne Rice series, but I actually just finally read the most recent Anne Rice book that was written in 2016, Prince Lestat and the Realms of Atlantis. I have some very mixed feelings. Has anyone else read it? I mean, we've already discussed the series for sure.
Evil Bong is like 2000s and up, so
yeah, that's Blue
like
Moon.
Full
Sharkin has
Moon.
his
Blue Moon's a beer.
Yes, it is.
It's a good beer.
Oh, I
Yeah.
believe it's time for us to do a shot.
Oh,
Yes, it
Puppet
is.
Master.
Oh,
Totally
Puppet
didn't think of
Master.
Puppet
We
Master.
didn't even mention
Brilliant.
Puppet
No,
Master.
stop. Hold on a second,
Wow.
guys. Before you do that,
But no, we didn't mention Puppet Master. But those are amazing films.
I can't believe it didn't
I
occur to
kind of
me.
lost interest
no,
when they
you
started
know what?
doing.
Okay, guys. The reason why we didn't mention Puppet Master is because actually me and Matt are doing a Blu-ray, and I don't mean to move right here,
No, you're
but
fine.
we're doing Blu-ray reviews of Full Moon pictures, and this is going to be our first review.
Hell yes.
So that's why it wasn't on our countdown.
But
So
it's a
we
good
got
one.
it, yeah.
Sam says there's actually a comic series of Puppet Master, which
Yeah,
I was
there
not
is.
aware of.
Mhm.
Did not know that.
Well, you know, they weren't meant to be cheesy. They took themselves seriously, but like, and it gets darker and darker as it goes along.
Mhm.
I kind of got lost with the whole Nazi thing, but you know,
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what Matt just went
the
to.
more it
Nazi
went
I
Puppet
got
Master.
lost.
the more it went into the whole Nazi thing, I was like, I don't know what's going
I
on.
got lost when they got Corey Feldman in it.
Yeah.
Honey, go get you a chair.
Is there a chair?
Well, I got a bunch of chairs in this house. Like, what are you talking about? I have the bar stool in the bathroom, and I have the rolling chair over there. So
Okay, so shots.
yeah, shots.
Shots.
We need shots.
Nazi Puppet Master. Yeah, but
Yes.
like I kind of stopped paying attention when it got to like, you
I
know,
make it
Puppet
full. I
Master.
just get a little.
Good, that works. Yeah, when it started getting more and more into the Nazi mythos and
Yeah.
everything, like I don't know how many people actually know that I'm not by actual like religion or anything, but by birth I am Jewish, and I don't really want to watch a whole bunch of stuff about Nazis, just not so much.
Well, and then
I don't know what's happening.
Please tell me that didn't fuck something up.
No, we're okay.
Okay, thank God.
we're in a trial basis. Anyways, so no, but you know the one Puppet Master one that I didn't get, was it number 3 or 4? The one with the man, and they try to turn into a puppet.
Yeah,
And the
4.
ending's just okay. It was 4,
4.
and then the ending
Like
he's just
Curse
like
of the Puppet Master
and the
or
ending's like
something.
and then it's over. I don't know what was going on with that.
There's a few interesting ones. We also haven't talked Hellraiser, which
Yes.
also there were some in the Hellraiser mythos that I'm like, what?
Well,
I'm so confused.
And that's the thing too, is like we talked about with like the reason why Hellraiser wasn't on our countdown is because a lot of people have seen our Hellraiser. Our whole premise of the countdown was kind of talk about films that a lot of people probably haven't seen.
Right.
So, but no, Hellraiser is one of our tops. So one of our tops.
Oh yes, definitely. Now, I don't know if he's still watching, but if he is, I'm just going to give him one more shout out like I did last week. My friend Riley has a Facebook page called Raw Reviews where he reviews horror movies. And so definitely check that out if you're into this dude is hardcore on his horror movies. So if you want a really good horror movie opinion, definitely check out Raw Reviews on Facebook.
Okay, if you're gonna come, you gotta push back.
That's what I was
You're gonna
thinking.
join the chat.
More, less.
You need to go more. 'Cause if you're gonna be on, then you
Get my absolutely awesome shoes. And
Oh,
Okay,
see,
let's
and
get
I
up.
knew that
We
somehow
have.
you would get
Honey,
those
get up
heels
for a
in.
minute.
Yeah.
We, I don't want to move any.
yeah, I was gonna get them in there. There
Well,
we go.
I mean, I sold shoes for years, and how can you not? I mean, they're part of the outfit.
Right?
You know?
These are like clunky Mary Janes.
Oh, let's
Well, let me
see.
fix this before you, because I know you. You're gonna
Right? Something's gonna get tripped.
OCD
I saw
Horror
that live
says,
stream.
I'm just imagining the beginning of Poltergeist with the chairs happening as he tries to get the chairs. Sandra says,
Me
Sam, I
too.
love watching his pad horror reactions.
I'm gonna just go
Priceless.
back there. Okay.
Yes, but if we're like, I'm trying not to touch the actual because that's what's making that squeaky
Yeah.
noise. So just gonna pull out a little bit there so that we're not making those
Hey,
balloon
it's
noises.
a trio.
Menage a trois.
There you go. Love the French to come up with terms that
All right, so
aren't even
cheers
relevant.
then. All right, to our viewers here. Cheers, guys. I know we stay on pretty long, but this is our Saturday night. So.
Right. Hey, since the very beginning, we had like 6 viewers within a couple minutes, and it's only went up from there. And everyone has been very
Well,
interactive.
it's not even about the viewers. It's about the people who are watching.
Right.
That's the interaction. I mean, that was my point. Is that
You
everybody's
guys.
been very interactive, very much so asking questions and having their own discussions, relative and offshoot
I know
wise.
that's what you're looking for.
It's
Thank
been very successful, I think.
Let me deep throw that for a second. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Go for it. You're the one that said shots.
I did.
Well, guys, here's your leg. But you guys have to understand, this is the first time that Matt does not have to wake up and direct a show tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
or go to
cheers,
work.
Yeah.
I took off so I could be here and,
Yeah.
and come overnight. So, so I am doing without money for you people.
Yeah.
For you people, I have to get someone to hold my shift tomorrow. So it's all good, but just it's for you guys. It's all for you.
All for you.
So
All for
It's all
you.
I think OCD horror thinks I should need like a fucking pillow or something because I look short.
well, you are kind of short.
You
I'm
really
not
are.
really tall.
What do you
I'm taller
want?
than you, woman.
What do you want to boost?
But
yourself?
how
No,
tall are you?
I'm fine. 5'9".
Do you want
Yeah,
to trade?
yeah,
I'll
it's
sit over
not-
there.
Well,
No, I'm
you know,
fine. I'm fine.
You're also not sitting up straight. Like,
No,
I'm
never.
on like my haunches.
Back
Like,
problem.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
like-
god, we're up to. Oh, it's 10. I thought it's 12.
and your chair is lower than mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
people
was
stop
the-
watching
that
because
was the
we're
point.
being ridiculous. Anyways, so where are the comments? Yours?
Both of us.
Colby.
Oh no! Pick up the Mountain Dew.
Not spilling or anything.
All right. Yeah, well, because I put a little.
Well, your job, Colby, is to
Oh.
keep up with comments.
It's right here in my chair. I was like, where's my phone?
Booster seat for sure. OCD, man.
Man,
I
Chick-fil-A's.
who is OCD? Because I like him. He's giving me shit. He's giving you shit.
Yeah,
I don't know that he
OCD
gave Matt any
watches
shit during
all the
this,
time.
What is their name?
I'm not sure. I just
Oh,
know him from the
What's
one
your name,
show.
OCD?
Definitely Fuego. Viewer suggestions now. Questions.
Yes, viewer
topic.
suggestions,
What the hell?
topics.
What are you going to hear? Or
I'm all about it. Colby needs a wig too. I can make that happen.
oh,
I have a
man.
wig right now. Hold on.
I don't.
Yes,
need
you
a
do.
wig, though.
Yes, you do.
That's what the viewers
No,
want to see you in a wig.
No one
Just
has
for a
said they
second.
want to see
Right
me in a
me
wig.
out.
Just for a second. Hold on. Just for a second.
You, Amanda.
Just for a second. Hold on.
My
Just-
head's
I
apparently
should have
bigger
brought.
than
I
yours.
should have brought the mullet
Hold on.
wig.
I gotta loosen it up.
He's not happy about this.
I don't
I mean,
care. He deserves it. He deserves
Really?
this.
I've got
It's
to
the
see
wig
though.
of shame.
The wig of shame.
Oh, that's horrible.
No,
It's
let
like
me.
No, it's very
Ugly Kurt Cobain wig.
It's no, it's actually very a very.
This is the wig I was gonna give you.
Oh, it's very well, shit. What? Andy Warhol.
Wow.
It's
Andy
very
Warhol.
Andy Warhol.
Husband as well.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's make it sexier. Hold on.
Oh, I think we got somebody else that. I don't
Make
know.
it a sexy time.
What in the shit are you doing?
It's art.
Oh my god, it's not
It
art.
actually looks really good.
Oh man.
This is the wig I was
Wow.
gonna give you, Matt. Remember the wig I told you I was gonna
Yeah.
give you? There you go.
It looks good, dude.
Well, that's the wig I was gonna give you.
cool deal. More Courtney Love than Cobain, Colby. I look
Not
like a
good
creeper, not gonna
regardless.
lie. Matt Reyes.
Not good.
That's okay. We're all about some creepers. When I was growing up, I was hoping that I was gonna.
Oh,
Every time I would walk somewhere and I'd
Thanks,
see a
bud.
band, I would strut a little bit more, hoping that somebody would kidnap me. It never happened. So,
If I ever got kidnapped, they would take me back because they'd be like, God, she talks a lot.
and she talks over everybody.
Yes, exactly, exactly. They'd be like, we're gonna kidnap her. But what? Are you sure? Are you sure you're gonna kidnap me? What are you gonna do after you kidnap me? Or we're
All right.
gonna like, wait a minute.
So
Like,
we're gonna play a little game. All right,
Oh,
we're gonna let the viewers. We're gonna let the viewers suggest a movie, and we're gonna without even just as soon as the movie is suggested, we're gonna go Matt's, mine, and Colby's thoughts on that movie. Just like one sentence.
all right.
What
cool.
you think about that movie? So let's hear what you guys want to hear
Yes.
about.
What do y'all got?
What do you got?
What do you
Colby, you poor bastards. Yeah. Well, you know.
Looks like a Bleach Bomb homage. Phantasm 2.
That's Phantasm 2.
Amanda.
Okay. I am. I like the Phantasm series.
I don't
like them. I don't hate it, but I'm not into the Phantasm series.
The Phantasm series
it.
takes a lot of investing. Takes a lot of investing
It
for
never,
me.
It never grabbed me though. Like I never.
Like
was,
I'm not afraid of
into
the
it.
tall man.
Well, I
I'm just
saw
not.
Okay, I liked Phantasm. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I watched Ravager and I fucking hated it. It was so fucking bad.
Yeah, but
I'm
Phantasm
sorry,
2,
guys.
I will say.
Ravager was like just bullshit.
I will say
Sorry to
Phantasm
interrupt,
2.
but we gotta say bye to Sam real quick.
Oh,
Bye,
bye,
Sam.
Sam.
Bye,
Bye,
Sam.
Darwin.
Fuego
Come back
said
and see you
you're too hip
soon.
for it, by the way.
So,
What Fuego said?
Phantasm.
You love
You said you're too
Phantasm
hip
too?
for it.
well, hang
I
on.
don't
Let
know.
me say
Yeah.
my thing.
Yeah, let him.
Let me talk.
Yeah,
Phantasm 2, in my opinion, was probably the best one in the series.
it was. It was.
It was the best one out of everything.
Okay, if I had to say I had to pick
Out of
one that
all
I
of
liked,
them, I liked 2 the best.
I like 2. Okay, because Tall Man. Okay, yeah, I did. If out of all of them, I did like number 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I like number 2, all of them. I just didn't.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
It's,
just not
it's
my
hard to
type.
get invested in it. It's
It's
really
just not
hard
my
to.
type.
Yeah, it's really hard to get invested in. But it's. I mean, 2 is the better one of this year.
Well, I kind of like the hack-em or the draw. Like I did with
Yeah.
Phantasm. It was so fantasy and so hypnotic, and I just couldn't invest in
You
it.
cannot even claim Ravager is a real part of the series because Coscarelli didn't even direct it. That
Okay,
is
well
true.
then that's fine.
That
then,
is true.
Then
we didn't
that,
hear your thoughts on.
well, I
Phantasm.
hated Ravager, so that worked.
I have never even seen Phantasm 2. I did, however, date a psychiatrist for a little while who was absolutely in love with horror movies, and she made me watch the first one, and I was very distracted with other things, and all I really remember is that it's a
So he
zombie
was
movie,
trying to
right?
get laid while this movie was on.
I dated a psychiatrist. I mean,
Right.
that's how many people can say that? But it's a zombie movie, right?
No,
It's like a town mortician's resurrecting people into.
it's not exactly zombies though.
But it's-
more
No, it's
I'm
it's
thinking of the right
not
movie, though.
otherworldly. It's like more otherworldly, like
Yeah.
almost futuristic.
No,
It's
what
like
it is
the guy that
it's
works at the
upper
morgue, though, doing it,
dimension,
right?
like
Yes.
kind of deal.
Yeah,
It's
okay. I'm
not
thinking of the right
zombie.
movie.
Yeah, it's
I
like
did not
another
pay much attention.
It's
at
a
all.
recreation of life, but not in the aspects of zombies, but in aspects
Like
of
more
other
Frankenstein
dimensions.
Right.
kind of thing.
Well, no, not Frankenstein. It's more of an
Like,
extra
it's-
dimension.
Yeah, it's almost like
Yeah.
other planes.
And that's why I couldn't
thing.
get with it because it was like I'm sorry.
Astral projection?
No, extra dimension.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Colby was trying to phantasm and chill. That was very good. That's very good, Fuego. I
That is
like
good.
that. We're gonna. I think I'm gonna use that from now on. Phantasm and
Phantasm
chill.
and chill.
Phantasm and chill. All right.
The prophecy, says Matt. Yeah.
I like the prophecy. I like the first one. I like the prophecy series. Okay. It was one
The
of those. I
only
had to
good
watch
thing
a couple
about
of
it
times.
was Christopher Walken.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the only good
I had to
thing
watch
about
it a couple of
like-
times to really get into it, but yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Warlock.
Yeah.
You know, I like the first Warlock.
Dude, I love the Warlock series though.
I hated the
I
second
thought they were
one
pretty good.
though.
I can't
I
lie.
hated the second and third one.
It's not the greatest.
I
but-
love the first one.
Oh, the third one's absolutely heinous.
Yeah, I
but
love the first one. The
the
second
first
one
one-
was kind of like when they got models involved, and that's when I was kind of like,
Mm,
but the first one was amazing.
the first one it's a good watch. It's
Yeah.
a very definite
So
good watch.
Prophecy, I love. Well, Christopher Walken was only in the first 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so yeah, he was the best part of Prophecy.
I have a question for Matt. That's something me and Amanda discussed earlier.
Mhm.
What are your feelings about Bubba Hotep?
I already
Come
told
on.
you his feelings about Bubba
Did you?
Hotep.
I'm
I
all about
did.
it.
Yeah,
I
all
said-
about it.
I-
That's what's up.
Well, don't. I told you that was me and Matt's favorite movie.
I
Did you? I
love-
must have missed that.
I
I'm sorry.
love Bubba Hotep. And
Yes.
I watched it for the very first time with Amanda.
Oh, that's amazing.
And yeah, it's a really good
Yeah.
film. And I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan
Yeah.
because of the Evil Dead series.
Well, because
But I'm already a Bruce Campbell fan, and that man can, in my opinion, can play anything.
We got a
Well,
question
and
for
that's the
Matt
thing
from
about-
the
hold on,
fans.
hold on a second.
Yours.
but guys, every movie I've ever like a lot of movies that I've watched, Matt has turned me on to. But I'm proud to say the one movie I turned him on to was Bubba Hotep.
Definitely.
I made him watch it, and he was like, "Yes, girl, yes."
You already answered that.
So
What
yeah.
do you think the creature was? Is that the question?
Yeah.
In
Prophecy.
the prophecy, I honestly like. It's so up for
Okay.
interpretation that I honestly
Okay.
like. Yeah, let's hear what you have to say about it because it's been, for one, it's been so long since I've seen the prophecy.
But that was that
But-
video we filmed.
And
yeah, no, I know.
Okay, guys, I can't really go on it because that was the film we just filmed. Okay.
You,
Oh.
don't worry, it's coming.
It's
I can say
we
something-
just
You'll
did.
see it in a future
Okay,
video.
we have a video that we filmed called the top 10. I don't know.
Go for it.
Yeah, the top 10
Theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I honestly can't
Ambiguous
say.
movies.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that's what it
honestly
was.
don't. I don't know. Like maybe a mix of the devil.
Okay,
and,
yeah, okay.
you know,
Well, it's not even the devil, it's the aspect, it's the idea of good versus evil through the minds of evil and good.
yeah, exactly.
So that's how I see it. And I go through a whole spiel on it. So y'all just stay tuned because I feel so bad.
So you'll
'cause I just
mention
went
John
through.
dies at the end, which I
Oh,
love.
yes.
we were having a
Love
whole.
That actually
that
is his
movie.
favorite book. That's Colby's favorite book.
I
That's a
actually
good
never
book,
read John
actually.
Dies at the End. I only read the sequel. It's not my favorite, but it's an amazing book. We had a whole discussion about that earlier, and I never read John Dies at the End. I never even knew it was a book until I saw that movie and then saw the sequel, which is This Book is Full of Spiders. And seriously, you guys, that is a really, really readable book. And I mean, I didn't read the first one, but from what I could gather reading the second one, it seems like the movie was very much so an accurate representation of the first book. What I can say though about the previous subject, the creature and no one knowing what it is, it's up in the air. Like I said,
Talk about
Dead
it.
and Breakfast.
Talk about it.
No way.
Like I
With
said
this
last
just
night,
pulled up. So this is Dead and Breakfast, which is early 2000s.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Talk about it.
Okay.
Bitch.
Let's
That's
talk
our
about this
movie.
movie.
That's our
This
movie.
is our movie together. We discovered this movie together.
No, what we did is we were like, we're gonna see this movie, and then I bought it, and then
Yeah.
we watched it together.
We watched
Yeah.
this together for the first time.
Musical / fucking horror.
The
like,
hillbilly, the rockabilly music in this movie makes the movie. Makes the whole movie. It's worth it just to watch the rockabilly music in it.
so I'm gonna put over here
It's-
so our next
yeah. Yeah, I still need to introduce her to the gay bed and breakfast of terror.
video. I looked it up online, but I was trying to find my 3 favorite books, but I guess I'll go ahead.
Oh
and,
yeah, the Blair Witch has like so many. It's got books. It's got
but did the books come before the movie?
no. Everything
Okay, so
came
that makes
after.
more sense to me. I figured.
well, we're talking about books. I was gonna show
They've
my
got
3
books,
favorite
they've got
books.
computer games. They've got like a whole lore, a whole mythos.
Maybe it's over
I
here.
had really, I mean, okay, they weren't all that mixed. In general, I did not like the Blair Witch movies, but I
Checks.
actually thought that it was close to being something I could get into, but it just was really shitty. I didn't
Well,
like
okay,
it.
you're pretty young, right? You're
27.
Yeah, okay, you're mid 20s. Okay, I'm at least 10 years older than you. So, I was
Poor thing.
I was in my 20s when Blair Witch came out, and
Wow, see, I was
early
wrong.
20s, but still my 20s. And the thing with Blair Witch was that no one knew if it was real or not, and that was the big draw.
Yeah, that was
There
a big
was-
draw.
No, because
Because
were
they had
so-
the
I mean, and
documentaries
that's what they
on.
were
Yeah.
aiming for.
And
No,
then
but what
after,
they would do,
like,
they would
even
have the documentaries on TV.
Yeah, even after
and they
the
would have
movie
missing posters.
came out, there were
Yeah.
books
Yeah.
and movies and all kinds of things about, like, I had a book that I got right after the movie came out, after I saw the movie. And the book was like full of interviews with the cops, the
Mhm.
families, it was like giving the backstory of all the missing kids. It was like it went into the lore. It was like this freaking thick. And it was one of those things. Reading that book made me appreciate the movie so much.
But you
more.
want to know something funny about that though? Because you're telling me about the purchases up here. I lived in Germany at the time, so I only had the English channels,
Mhm.
and they actually did news reports
Mm-hmm.
They're like
Yeah.
missing kids
Ooh.
in America and stuff. But anyways, I have books right here. I can't find my favorite book, which is Clockwork Orange. I can't find it right now.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Love
American
it.
Werewolf in London.
Yes.
Love that movie.
I have
Yes.
to ask the viewers, what did you guys think of American Werewolf?
Well,
in
I want to share my
Paris?
favorite books.
We're gonna get there.
Yes.
We're gonna get there, but I want to know what the viewers think of American Werewolf.
Hey,
in
Ariel,
Paris.
we got your back.
I liked American Werewolf.
I
in
did
Paris.
too, and I got such shit for liking it.
I did because Dead Man on Campus is in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got so much shit.
I'm sorry, guys.
for
Dead
liking
Man
it.
on Campus. I love that
I
fucking
do
film.
too.
I
do
love
too.
that movie.
But I'm also a fan.
That's in our
of
90s.
Austin.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I want to share this real quick before I get a chance. I can't find the Clockwork Orange right now.
Whoa, hang on.
Oh,
OCD horror. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that. Top that. I'm so sick of about trying to top that. I'm sorry, Teen Witch. Somebody just like totally like did the rap from Teen Witch, and it just made me. That is one of my favorite 80s movies of all time.
Fuck. Motherfuck. Motherfuck.
Yes.
Noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise. Smoking weed. To control. Drinking beers. Rolling fatty. Smoking blunts. Who smokes the weed?
We smoke the blunt.
Rolling blunts and smoking. Hey man, let me get another bag. $50, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me. My jungle love. Yeah.
Oh. My
I think
jungle.
I wanna know ya. Yeah, what? What the fuck is that 80s shit? That's Morris Days and Times, brother.
Would you fuck me? Because
I
I
fuck
fuck
me. That's what
I
Jay
fuck me
wrote.
hard.
Jay wrote me that. He has a man. Would you fuck me? I'll fuck me. Anyways.
I like Killjoy. I do too, Sandra. It's a really
Oh, Killjoy. Yes, Killjoy.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, let me go ahead and fucking name
Yeah.
you.
Let her do her
You
books.
said 3 and that's
Okay.
like 5, but
I'm gonna be right back. Peace out.
You got.
Okay,
I'm really
my favorite
curious.
books. Okay, listen. Okay, these are my Buffy series. I read every Buffy book. I have.
Did you really? How many
yes.
are there?
There's a bunch. There's the Willow Files, and then there's the Angel Files, and then there's the Xander. I have the Xander Files, which has
No.
all of that.
Amanda, there's no way this is one of your favorite books. There's
Clockwork-
no way.
Fucking yeah.
Kane
well,
Kesey, one of the Merry Pranksters, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's one of your favorite books. No, I'm not. No, that's awesome. I sounded negative when I said that, but no, I love that.
no, this
That
is my
book's
favorite.
amazing.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is one of my other favorite books. And then my other one is Through the Looking Glass.
Like the original, like
Yeah.
Lewis
Yeah.
Carroll through the.
Are you looking at it right now? I had the original. Yeah,
That's such a great book.
that's my other favorite one. And then
Man.
I have a Clockwork Orange, which I can't find right now. And
Oh,
then I
God.
have Amy Chang's The Bone Seller's Daughter.
I don't know what the fuck you just said, little kid, but you special man, you reached out and you touched my brother's heart.
Amy Chang's Bone Seller's Daughter. The original, she also wrote Joy Luck Club, which is another favorite book of mine. So, anyways, yeah. Yep,
Wow.
those are my favorite books.
I find it really surprising that one of your favorite books is by one of the Merry Pranksters, which is brilliant. I love it.
I love fucking Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, it's great. I actually was very disappointed in the movie though, compared to the.
I
book,
like the movie, but
it was okay, but I don't know. It was one of those ones that I read that book at a young age, like really probably too young to understand it. And I reread it over and over, and when I saw the movie, I just it did not resonate with me like the book did by any means.
well, how long have we been going on?
OCD horror. Oh, dude, we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Oh,
what are you
God.
talking about? Yeah, it's been forever. But OCD horror says Amy Tan is all right. I've not heard of Amy Tan. Anthony Hulk wants to talk about Final Destination. Anthony Hulk wants to talk about Screen. Oh, he's just full of suggestions. And Ninth Gate. You know,
Ninth Gate. Wow.
that's actually
Roman
the one of the three I was
Polanski.
gonna touch on as
Roman
well.
Polanski's Ninth Gate. Let me tell you about Roman Polanski. He directed one of my favorite horror films of all time. And I'm not talking about Rosemary's Baby. I am talking about The Vampire Killers Are Part of Me. Your teeth are on my neck. My favorite horror film. I love that fucking film. If y'all haven't watched it, watch it. It's amazing. Amazing. Yes,
I
amazing.
don't think I got any feedback about mentioning shrooms earlier, which is surprising. Or if I did, I missed it.
Shrooms.
It's a horrible horror movie.
Oh, you
Shrooms,
mean
like,
tripping?
Shrooms is definitely the title.
Oh, wow.
Have you not seen it? Really? Am I actually going to introduce you to a horror movie? Because that would be a turn of pace.
It would be.
It would.
What's the
totally
comments
be.
going right now?
The one with the girl from the Halloween remake.
That's exactly it. Yes, Amanda. If you had said The Tenant, you would have had me. Anthony says Bad Taste is great. The shittier the horror, I love it more. And that's
Bad Taste is amazing. Fucking Peter Jackson. Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles.
oh, and Anthony's just on fire. He's full of suggestions. Psycho. That man, I feel like that's
You know
a whole
what?
like 2 hour.
Psycho's a good movie, but you know
It
what?
is.
I was really surprised. Psycho. What's wrong?
Your computer keeps trying to auto update.
Are we still good?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I was really like, I want to say that Psycho 2 really wasn't that bad.
I don't think it
really
was
did
either.
like Psycho. Have you seen it?
I've seen all of them. It's one of the
Psycho
few
2.
horror series that
I really did like Psycho 2.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was too bad.
I loved the first one. I'll be honest.
Well,
I really did.
Obviously,
I mean,
everybody loves the first Psycho. I'm just saying
I thought the second
2.
one was good too.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of people that gave it negative criticism?
Well, a lot of people just haven't seen it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ironically, though, most of the horror movies that I've watched were due to hanging out with a specific family who tried their best to find the worst horror movies imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Shrooms came about, and Bubba Hotep got thrown there somewhere. I don't know how.
I was talking about Psycho 2.
Psycho is the one where he comes back from the mental institution. Is that Psycho 2?
2, yes.
Where with the dark-haired woman
Yes,
that he
that's
falls
Psycho
in love
2.
with?
Too.
That's
That
what I'm
is
saying.
my favorite of all of them.
Yeah. That's
That's
what I'm
a
saying.
very
Psycho 2
good
is where
one.
I am.
It's a very, it's
Oh.
done very well.
Hey, OCD Horror says he's tired of horror conversations with no Italian horror. What was the movie I asked you earlier if you had seen?
I
it was
mentioned,
Italian?
I said zombie, I said opera, I said demons.
There was one. Okay, I was trying to look up the Carnival movie you were thinking of, and I came across a French movie that I asked you if you had seen and you had. That was from this year. It was very highly recommended. It was a French horror movie from this
Freak
year.
Show?
No, that's not.
No,
from
not
this
from
year.
this year.
No, this year.
No, that's what I'm saying. Freak Show from
Not
this year.
Was that?
Well, okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean 2017, not 18. But was that from 2017? I don't think that's the one I was thinking of, though.
No, but we have. If you want to talk about
You
Italian
should
horror,
ask-
we have zombie, we have opera, we have demons, we have demons is like my favorite. Demons.
Babadook, Anthony, that movie was fucking horrible.
Babadook was not horrible.
It was
I hated
horrible.
I hated it.
I
It was.
loved
Thank
Babadook.
you, Matt.
I hated
Thank
it.
you.
loved
That was.
Babadook.
I'm sorry, but
That was
Well, you know what?
I raised a kid, and you do too. But I raised a
know,
kid,
but
and I'm
still.
sorry, but that kid screaming for the first 20 minutes of that
No,
film.
No, but that's why I
Put
love
me
the
off.
movie because no, but that's okay. Listen, okay, Babadook. The reason I love this film is because the kid wasn't cute and adorable, so you kind of sympathize with her when she wanted to kill the child.
I don't want to sympathize
Even
with
if you
her,
consider
like,
all of that irrelevant, that movie
sorry,
was fucking
but-
dull.
It's all
yeah,
about.
that movie took too long to get to the point to me.
I
I didn't
love
finish
Babadook.
it.
Yeah,
There was
I
probably about
finished it,
20
but it
minutes
just-
left
it
before I
just took
finished
too
it,
long
and
to
it
get
still
there
sucked.
for me.
I'm 40 years old.
Fuego says, I will challenge you to a Rochambeau.
Oh,
Oh, Amityville Horror was filmed in my hometown. Anthony, again, endless source of things to talk about.
and very funny. We should mention Amityville Horror because I'm actually related to the Lutzes. So,
Yeah.
That's wow. That's ironic. It was
my
filmed
last
where I'm
name is
from, and you're
Latz.
related to them. That's
Yeah, my last name is Matt, so that's actually
Oh.
their last name too.
Get this. This is an interesting thing about Amityville Horror. When my mother and my uncle, brother and sister, were in high school, they would skip school more than once to go see the movie being filmed. Like, they were actually able to stand at the road and they had a little blockade or whatever and watch it being filmed. After it was filmed, they went to sell the house that it was filmed in and could not sell it because
Right.
people didn't want to live there.
Yeah.
They literally took this house, and I mean, if you've seen the movie, it's a big house.
Okay, I have
They
to say
took
this.
it-
Anthony and Matt, y'all keep bringing up all these like recent horror movies.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
true.
is
They
our
have-
80s month. So we're wrapping up. We're talking about 80s horror right now. But I will say Trick or Treat, one of my favorite anthology films of all time. So definitely a good one. Definitely a good one.
But the Amityville Horror thing, back to the fact, when they went to sell this house, they could not sell it. So they literally took the entire house up off the ground and rotated it so that it's a different angle to the lake and that it wasn't as recognizable as, and they also changed the address. In fact, if you go to Channel Sundown's Instagram, the address is the address of the Amityville Horror House, because I wasn't about to put my address on there.
Right.
But that blew my mind.
Okay, so Fuego says he rarely champions remakes. Thinks his favorite John Carpenter film needs to be They Live. Yes,
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's so good. It is such a good one. It would hit a lot harder now.
Really?
OCD Horror says Phenomena Creepers is 80s and has a metal soundtrack. I don't know that one actually, so I'm gonna have to look that one up. And we're talking about, let's see, what else is being, VHS or ABCs of Death.
ABCs of Death.
I love the VHS series.
I liked them both.
I do like them both to some extent.
ABCs of Death.
It is a fun one to watch.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Ask Colby
Oh shit.
the kill,
Oh shit.
Mary, or screw.
The question I gave you
Oh,
before?
No, that's our tradition on this channel.
Yes. Okay. So, with the same characters, or should I give him female characters?
No, same characters, because that's our tradition.
All right. So, Colby,
And tradition
marry,
on our
fuck,
channel.
or kill.
Marry, fuck, or kill. So after you're gonna give me 3 names, and I gotta pick one for each.
Yes, we're gonna do marry, fuck, or kill, and we do the iconic
That's
three,
your segue
the Holy
portion.
Trinity: Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
I'm straight. It's the thing about that
Mind
question.
you, me and Matt had
So
the
it's
same
spaghetti
answers.
until you heat it up.
Matt, tell him we have the same answers.
We did.
What
We had
now?
the same answers.
I
Freddy, Jason, Michael, marry, fuck,
I'll
or kill.
definitely kill Freddy. Freddy, Jason, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Other than the kill, which
Get
is
over the
obviously
whole
Freddy.
sex thing, boy.
No, I mean it's not relevant. I mean, I can't answer that. I don't
Yes, you
want to
can.
marry or fuck either of them. Kill. I would pick Freddy as my
Colby,
least favorite.
Colby, don't look at it on sex standpoint. Look
Right?
at pretend they're females. Okay,
Yeah.
they're females with the
So
same
kinda hard
a
to
sexy
present
Freddy
females.
Krueger, or
But
they're females with the same attributes as the killer.
there you go, Frederica.
none of them have any attributes. But I mean, kill Freddy. I mean, it's really just 50.
The shape
No,
is Barbara.
I guess. I mean, which is the more relevant? Mary. Like, if you're gonna put it on a scale, what's more your higher rating, the marry or fuck? Because I like Jason better. So I guess marry Jason, fuck Voorhees. I fuck Myers. I mean, I don't.
What did we say?
The same
not-
thing as you.
I'm trying to remember. I know I said fuck Freddy because of his banter.
I'm coming. Let me lock the door.
I really think my problem with Freddy is that
Okay.
he probably has the most brilliant concept of all three of those
No.
people.
Okay. This is our
But
answers.
No
okay,
good
'cause-
execution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would marry the shape
Yeah,
because he doesn't talk.
Because he doesn't talk and he can't tell you what to do.
We would.
I gotta disappear for a second, guys.
No, you can't.
I do.
Okay. Well, just for a second.
It's an emergency.
Okay. We would marry the shape.
Emergency.
We would marry the shape. We would screw Freddy,
Because he has the banter, and you love a good dirty talker.
and we kill fucking Jason just because
Just
he
to
has
put
a
him out of
purpose.
his misery.
Yeah. 'cause
Even
he's-
though the last time we did this, we kind of made it sound like we should put all special needs people out of their misery.
Yeah, but that's
and
not
that
what
is
we meant.
not what we meant.
we
So
just meant like he would be confused. So
yes. Strangeland. Oh my god, that movie.
yes,
That
that was actually gonna be on my countdown.
I'm gonna be honest.
but that
with
came out in the
Strange-
90s.
Yeah, that's a 90s movie.
Yeah.
But that I'm gonna be honest with that. I watched that
Gene
one
Snyder.
for the first time at my parents'
I
house,
met
like
him. He was awesome.
2-3 o'clock in the morning on like HBO or something, and my mom came in the room behind me while I was watching this movie, and I was so into it that when my mother spoke behind me, I jumped like 3 feet off the couch,
Yeah.
like because I was not expecting anybody to be in the room, And it was so into this film, and it was so intense that when my mom was like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Ah!" Like, "What are you doing here?" Ah! Like, but yeah, Strangeland is, and I am a fan of Linda Cardellini. I love me some Linda Cardellini.
Yeah.
And like I loved her in Freaks and Geeks. I love her in Scooby Doo. That's my girl. I love her in Legally Blonde. But that's my girl, and that movie is fantastic. And of course, it's got the lead singer of Twisted Sister in it.
I said
Dee Snider.
That I met him, and he was so fucking nice.
I bet he is.
You know what's so funny? Because I met him in Korea when I was working for Dodds and stuff. And it's so funny because I was all about Twisted Sister, and my friend never heard of Twisted Sister. I made a T-shirt that said "I'm here for Twisted Sister," and I made her a shirt and it said "I'm here because my friend's here for Twisted Sister."
Right.
But anyways, guys, come on, because we're gonna end this right now. We're gonna end this, guys. It was so fun tonight, but I think it's time now to end because we have a few more.
I say give it another 15.
15 because y'all are leaving. Okay, well.
Just to wrap it up.
Okay, well, I've been wanting to wrap this up for a while ago, but I'm there for you, girl. All right, so
my phone is about dead, by the way.
I think it's time to wrap it up because we have a few more things to film.
Yes, we do have a couple more things to film.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some very interesting, fun stuff for you this week.
Well, we were filming some stuff, so y'all came out of the week, but yeah. So we'll end it this way.
Substitute was 90s.
Substitute
was
90s.
Probably even like mid or late 90s, even, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy, what is his name? Sasha Baron, or no? Sasha
not
something,
Sasha
not Sasha Baron, but
yeah. It was Sasha Varel. Sasha Varel. It was an Italian name.
Yeah.
Sasha Varel.
Anyway, the guy from The Substitute was also on Step by Step,
and he was
before he ended up in jail.
But he was also in Bamba.
Yes, La Bamba.
Yeah, La Bamba. He was one of the band members in La Bamba. Yeah.
Yes, he was. All right. Yes, Sandra. Good night. Hugs and love. Yeah, we got some things to film. I've got some costume changes to make, and we got some things to do.
We're taking advantage that he doesn't have to wake up early in the morning.
Right. So we're gonna do some more filming and do our things and. And we'll be, mine.
But quick question. How would y'all feel if I dyed my hair back blonde? Well, you know me when I was blonde.
Yeah.
So this is what you're used to.
When I met you, you were blonde.
Yeah.
That's been so long ago.
I met him when he was 15 years old.
You were only like 17 or something.
No, I was 21.
How old are you now?
I'm 30 years old.
You're 3 years older than me.
When I met you, you were still in high school. And
I was like, look, I was the very underage drinking person, and you were just slightly older than me, but still underage drinking.
No, I was 21.
You're 3 years older than me. If I was 15, you were.
No, you were 17. You were 17.
Yes, Anthony, we'll have to make that happen so you can come drink with us at some point.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, totally.
Anyways, let's wrap this up, guys.
Yeah.
It was so great, guys.
So this wraps up our 80s month, and we want to thank you guys for joining and being here.
And y'all stay tuned. Next month is going to be our Valentine's month.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Sweethearts and horror. Love and death.
I've just got to say, seriously, guys, I really love all the input. There are tons of comments. I mean, from the first 5 minutes that we were filming,
we
had interaction.
We haven't really worked out how we're gonna do next month because I'll be in Magnolia, Arkansas.
But I'm gonna be traveling now.
Yes.
And then in March we're doing another trip. So
yes. So we're working on that. We've got some different awesome stuff coming up. So you just guys keep hanging on, hanging in there, and trusting us, and we're gonna lead you to the good stuff. I promise.
By the way, guys, is that outfit not just perfectly 80s?
No, look at this outfit right here.
No, this
both
right
of them.
here.
Both of them. You gotta give them props.
Yeah,
I didn't intend to be on camera at all, so I didn't even put a button-up shirt on, and I just, gotta look homely in my V-neck. But they look great. You guys should give some props to them.
All right, well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
OCD, I
guys.
promise I will watch Phenomenon. I will definitely do that.
Phenomenon?
You gotta watch
Phenomenon.
Oh, I have that
Not
movie.
Phenomenon with John Travolta, but Phenomena. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's an 80s film. It's an
Yeah,
80s
it
horror
was good.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We kind of went a little late, like,
Yeah,
but
you know, hell, if you've been on our
They
live
stuck
streams
around.
before, we've been around for 3 hours at times, so it's no big deal.
We've been around for 3
Um,
hours today.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We've done 3.5 before, though. Like, we've gone on, like, hours and hours.
Exactly.
If there are
But,
people watching
hey,
and commenting,
As long as people are watching and having a good time, I'm cool with it. So, thank you guys for being here. As
Yeah.
always,
Amanda Stone.
Maddie McCobb, June Cleavage,
Colby James.
And
and
remember, keep it creepy.
I was gonna try and be nice to each
each other. See, his tagline is keep it creepy. Mine is be nice to each other.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, Julia Corners signing out. Bye.
We love you. We love you. We love you.